All right, mic test, mic test, mic test. I believe we're live on YouTube right now too. Here come on, here come Capalot Records. Tank, what you mean by that, bro? Yes, sir. What up, Chris? I'll hold my tongue for now. Oh man, I don't like that because that sounds like you're waiting to unleash. Yeah. All of the panel things that we do, I'm going sub only on playback. But it's also available on YouTube. I'm going to link the VOD here for that. I got one more. That's cap. I got three more lists to do. We have the Eastern Conference list, we have the Western Conference list, and then we also have a NBA preseason award predictions with Real Talk, Low, and some more. Tank, there you go. Appreciate the link to the YouTube. I will spotlight that for the VOD. Derek, Real Talk, and West should be joining soon. I'm the first one here. I literally just walked in the building. I was rushing trying to make it back because I don't like to be on CBT. Also, we have a hard out at 10. Gold Blooded is going to be live tonight. We play the who is it that we play? I think we play Portland today. So yeah, Golden State plays Portland tonight at 10, and this is Luka's debut. What's good with you, Lorenz? I see you on the YouTube side of things. Gifted, you saw your ESPN projection? I did not. I have not seen that. I'm sorry. I can't think of the last time I looked for anything that was on, I believe, ESPN. So I actually don't know what that looks like. I'm kind of scared that you're asking that because I have a feeling they probably have us. Honestly, I'm not even gonna say. I'm not even gonna say what I think yet. Hang on. Wait, what? Hang on. ESPN. Oh, they sim the whole season? They have Golden State as the one. ESPN has, okay, hang on. I'm gonna spotlight this as they load up and get up in here because I find that extremely interesting. Look, hang on real quick. Let me spotlight this with the list. Oh shit, where'd it go? Ooh, I almost X'd out of the playback side of things. My fault. Let me re-click the link. And I gotta pop out chat too, actually. I see Derek in chat. I'll be right back. I gotta grab my headphones, so give me 1 second, but I'm gonna share the screen, so y'all should be able to see this in a minute here. Give me a sec. We'll move playback OBS over here, actually, and then we'll put playback here, so that makes more sense. Yes. Okay. Put that here, go full screen here, and now I should be able to share screen. So let's take a look at this real quick as people load up here. So they have Orlando as the 1 seed in the East over the Knicks. Wait, the Cavs are at 7? Damn, the Cavs are at 7 though? God damn. Bro, they have us lapping OKC by a good amount of wins. Somehow Orlando is 7 games ahead. Yeah, that I can't buy that at all, man. I can't. Oh, they have Memphis as a top 4 seed. Wow. Yeah, I'm not really feeling the glaze about Orlando. Mondon in YouTube chat said the Warriors got everyone in their prime fares. Amen. Chat, I'm not gonna hold you. When they get in here and we have to actually discuss our list, it's gonna be very, very tough. I can't lie. It's really, truly a lot going on. So give me a second. Jesus Christ. All right, hang on.
Hello, hello.
Okay. All right. Let me connect my headphones here. Derek, what's good? Hold on real quick. Is that flannel Derek in the building?
It looks like the pattern. It's not not that cold yet, but pretty close. My goodness. Yeah, fresh off of work. So this is what my students saw me. What's up, people? Hello.
How is work right now treating you, bro?
Today was a long night, not gonna lie. My last student was online, so it's just a bunch of technical difficulties. Like his mic wasn't working. He had parents in the house making a ton of noise. So we didn't get a lot done. And then I don't know, another student, it's just like it's a lot. It's a lot of work. To be honest, but gotta pay the bills, you know what I'm saying?
Wait, so are you doing virtual?
Partially. Like I go
okay.
in, but I had another student that is online, is virtual. I just used materials off of that. But we did like a math exam to like try to progress him to the next level. And it's just math online is impossible. Like I can get away with it, like with reading and stuff, but
math is hard. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just like, here, do these problems. When you finish, show me your work. It's not great.
Yeah, man, I hear all that. I just came back from the market. I had to get some, I would say, groceries to make sure I don't have to go out tomorrow because, as you know, the NBA season starts on the 21st, and I have over 20 teams that still have not been covered on the pod. So I'm about to be lapping this crazy. I have a method, Derek. Okay, what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to do 2 teams per pod. And the goal is I'm going to upload twice. So technically speaking, that would be 4 teams in a day. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. I already have 6 uploaded right now. So in 6 days, I can cover all 30 teams.
Okay, sure.
so yeah.
Yeah, maybe that works. Damn. Good luck with that. Yeah, I guess let me know when you want to chat Sixers.
I will hit you up.
But yeah, damn. That's a lot.
Yeah. It's been a lot, honestly, because we've been sick, right? Like I have been going through it. Wes also has been going through it. As you know, Real Talk is in Houston. So a lot of us have been going through illnesses. But hey.
Wait, is Houston itself the illness?
I mean, there is a lot of illness within Houston, you know.
Okay, facts.
Tank said you should probably prioritize the teams. Yes, I should probably get them out of here. Yeah, sure. White Low is good with you. What's good with you? Yes. I like to keep this mode on for all of our player ranking lists, but as we get in season, it'll be more open to everybody. We have 2 more of these, and then we have 1 more at the end where we'll be doing some other stuff. But I can't lie, Derek. This was the hardest list, and like I feel like that was pretty obvious. I think we're gonna have a very, very, very big range. If I'm being real, this is bias. Like I don't feel bad about saying that either. Like this to me has to be biased. Like, what is your top 10? Who are you projecting to have really good years, but also like be in that real group of people? So I'm not afraid of saying that.
Yeah, I think for me, I feel like there's a pretty definitive 4. And if you get hung up on order, I just feel like it's kind of silly. I think 4 players are of the same tier. And it's just how much do you like them and their situation. After that, it gets kind of disgusting.
Yeah.
In that, like, I think there's just a clear drop off compared to the previous. And it's so much of like, who do you like? How do you think their season's going to play out? It's impossible to project health. So you have no idea. Like, let's hope the guy plays. If he doesn't, then it is what it is. You're cooked. And I think the other problem is I don't know, like the old heads, the old guard are so tough to rank, especially the big three. And
I might have hold one of them. I ain't gonna say too much, but
I'd be shocked if the audience doesn't feel like each of us somehow hoes one of them.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
I don't think there's a happy answer for any of them. Like if you had the four guys who I assume we're going to unanimously have as like, 1 through 4. And then if you said KD, Steph, LeBron in any order after that, people are going to call you crazy that you had them right there. What's up, Dusky? Sorry to hear that.
What's good, Zo?
If you have one of the big three off of your top 10 completely, you're going to get looked at sideways anyway. And I think that might actually be valid. I think all three individually have a case to be off of the top 10. If you were really low on them, I think you could do that.
See, it's that, but then it's also okay. Like, where do you put players that might not have the resume, but clearly projection? Like, listen, Anthony Edwards and Wemby's placing in the top 10. It's probably going to vary with us four. I'm assuming. I struggle with that. Yeah. Also, there's a player that normally doesn't play at all, but is healthy to start the season and had a pretty good end to his year and had an okay playoff run. So now it's like, okay, where does he rank? Like it's very difficult, man. I can't lie to you.
Yeah. So to answer Nusi's question, so players that are coming into the season expected to miss months and months of time, i.e. Halliburton and Tatum, did not
ranking them.
Yeah, not being ranked. Yeah. We hope the best for them when they come back, but yeah, I don't hate Tatum enough to not include him in the top 15, assuming he was healthy. But even if he somehow pulls off this miracle that he seems to be determined to do and comes back in like February or March for some reason, he won't get ranked just because it's impossible to predict.
We are ranking Joel Embiid because he's set to play. I heard there's a chance he's going to play the last preseason game, and I'm not going to hold you. The variance on where we rank Embiid is probably going to vary a lot on this list. I'll let you know right now. I have him in a surprising place on my list, assuming he's going to play.
I think I have him in a surprising place, so this is going to be interesting. I honestly think between the four of us, there's a chance one of us didn't put him in the top 15. I wouldn't be shocked.
I wouldn't be shocked. Yeah, that's fair. Is Bron going to be ranked? Yes, Bron is also being ranked. I'm not going to hold you. I taxed LeBron. I did tax LeBron a bit for me because he's going to miss the beginning of the year. And also, like, the other projection for me is, like, Luka is clearly going to be, like, the heavy number one option of that team for this upcoming year. So that does kind of impact where LeBron ranks for me, even though I think he's a very good player. So
I'm looking at my list again, and I'm thinking to myself, I could have taxed, like, you know how I do my ranges. I could have taxed LeBron's range more than I did. Because I do think if he does end up missing a month of the year, potentially more, dude's about to be 41, he could be lower in the range. Okay. I'm not mad at where he is. I don't think it's crazy. It honestly might be, I don't know, favorable, but I just feel like he definitely could slip, and I don't know. I'm sure it's going to be a story if he does, just because it's like, what, the GOAT's not the GOAT? It's like, well, he's 40, so he should.
I think LeBron is still very good at basketball, and again, like, the only thing that makes me hate this list a little bit is people are going to be so mad about 15th versus 13th, and it's like, brother, like I don't know what to tell you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think you did the 3 honorable mentions, correct?
Oh, I actually didn't do that.
Oh, okay.
So like, I'll make sure to do that. Yeah.
Because to me, that was the most, not even bias. I have one guy you could probably say is yeah, one guy that is probably definitely biased as far as like, oh, how did he make the honorable mentions? But I feel like the rest, it's whatever. Like I just like they're clearly not top 10 players, but they're also very, very good. You'd love to have them on the team. So,
What's good, real talk?
What's up?
We can't hear you.
Can't hear me?
Now we can.
Hear you not. Hear you not. Hear you now. Yeah.
Why am I so close?
Yeah.
Yeah. The playback 3 stuff is a little bit different, but I'm assuming when Wes joins, it's gonna go box, 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 box. But I could be incorrect. I don't know really.
Don't know either.
Let me see.
Derek, in the meantime, did you see this? So like I shared this right before you joined. The ESPN
Oh, never mind. Won't have to do that.
2025, 2026. Yeah.
Oh yeah, this. Yeah, this is gross.
Very.
I want to know what they did to find this, to determine this. I don't know what the nastiest rank like standing is. Like I don't know what the nastiest seating is.
I think the Cavs being 7 is very nasty.
That was one I was looking at. I think.
Oh, the Pistons are 12. I just realized that.
Yeah, the Pistons
Oh,
going
that's
right
nasty.
back to the bottom is pretty funny.
What is this? What is this?
Oh, so this is a ESPN projection of the 25-26 end of year final seeds.
Is that Golden State at 63 and 19?
Yes, it is.
Sure is.
But I'm saying, like, so what generated that? A dumbass or a computer? Which one?
I think a computer did this because they have the Raptors at 5.
We got to get rid of this artificial. We've got to do something about it.
Hey man, this AI shit getting out of pocket.
It's getting out of hand, bro.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The Raptors at 5, but the Cavs at 7 and the Pistons at 12 is really sending me.
The Lakers at 36 wins.
Crazy.
I mean, how far off is
Well,
that
you
team?
know, I'm not really high on the Lakers this year, and I've been getting a lot of little
There it
flack
is.
online about that, but it is what it is.
Oh, it's Kevin. Okay, so you know what? Yeah, every year there's an analyst for ESPN who does this same overall projection. It's really just all numbers. It's not based on like anything you
Is it
think.
routinely this bad?
It
question.
varies. It definitely varies a lot.
Then let's just cancel that segment, right? Because nobody needs any kind of numerical explanation about the Cavs winning 44 games and Golden State winning 63.
Yeah, we don't need that.
We don't need that.
Yeah. Yeah. Salute to ChatGPT.
I have to make some coffee, man. It's been a long day and it's going to be a long night, man.
Yeah, man. Luka plays, I think, tonight, right?
Absolutely. And this is now getting into job material now. Instead of just like, oh, let me go fire us, you know?
Yeah.
So
Job.
that's going to be interesting.
Wes said he can't join stage. Let me try to re-invite him. Oh wait, he's a creator. So you know what, Wes? I might have to revoke your creator and then give it back to you. So you're a member and now you're creator. So try to join now, Wes.
The hell, camera. Come on.
And then if you can't refresh the page, if you can hear me, Wes. Mike says 63 is the average age. Okay, like we really dragging the age shit. They're old, but come on, 63 average age is.
They're the
Yes.
oldest starting lineup in NBA history. That's not
Okay,
dragging.
yeah, but like he said, 63
But
is the
like
average
what?
age. That's dragging.
I mean,
know.
obviously sarcasm, but really not much. Like,
It's not. Gifted.
Hey, man,
They are the YMCA Rec League. That
I
is
think
the-
it's them and the Clippers, right?
What's good news, Q? Aren't the Clippers older?
I mean, no one thinks about the Clippers. So
No, I don't think so. Because Derek Jones and Zubats are driving that starting lineup age back.
yep,
up.
exactly. And I mean, despite the age of his knees, Kawhi's really not that old. How old is Kawhi? 30?
No, I think he's.
I think Kawhi's like
34. I think he's going into year 15.
I think he's 34.
But I'm saying compared to like Curry and
38.
LeBron, KD.
and-
Yeah. Okay.
I'm talking about your star lineup. Al Horford and compared to those guys, he's not that old.
Tough. Those knees, man. Let's go, Wes. What's up?
Let me fix my mic here. So I'm not gonna hold you, man. These standings should be extremely fun. I have the tier list popped up right here. If there's anyone missing, y'all can let me know. But how you feeling, Wes?
What's good, fellas? What's the word, Derek? And we are going. Oh, we're back. What's good? Gifted Real Talk. Yeah.
Whew. All right, let me share my
your day good?
screen.
You said what?
Was your day good? Was it swell?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, interesting day. Dealing with a lot of music stuff. I had two meetings with the new manager, so yeah, a lot of that.
Oh.
But yeah, ready to get back in the sports spirit, man. So let's get it going, man.
Bet, Brody. Bet. Hope everything is all well. We got
Sorry
great.
for my tardiness. Put it in the chat. I joined stage. I got kicked, and then I couldn't join back. It was weird. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, it's a weird playback glitch. I don't know why that happened to you, but happily we were able to fix it up. I'm about to share my screen right now with all the players, and y'all be able to see that in a minute here. Let me share my screen. All right, can y'all see that?
Yes, we can.
My goodness,
All right,
to see
cool.
names.
Yeah,
Man,
this is
Jordan
100%.
Poole,
that Mark up here?
top 15 player.
We'll put honorable mentions at the end. We're only doing 3 of them, so I'll just put honorable mention real quick.
18, 17, 16.
I was making
I
people
am
mad as
so
hell.
begging for LaMelo Ball to be healthy this year. Y'all have no clue, bro.
All right. You know what? No. I am happy Real Talk said this because there is one thing I mean to say. Where do you have him? Because every time it's like, I'm not going to fight for him because you guys are lower. I want to know specifically for you, Real Talk. Where is LaMelo for you going into next year?
Like, how good do I think he is just as a player?
Yes. Is he a top 15 player?
He's definitely like top 25. I can't name 25 players better than LaMelo Ball, in my opinion. Not in the sport, no. But
Okay.
15 is pushing it. 15 is pushing it.
Ooh.
Right now, 15 is pushing it.
Right now. Okay.
He has to play the games. He has to play the game.
All righty. Well, I guess we can go ahead and get started here. Now, before we begin, there's a couple things. Tatum, Halliburton, and any other player that is not healthy or out for this year are not going to be on this list. Kawhi and Joel Embiid are eligible to be on this list. I know LeBron got hurt to start the year. He is also eligible to be on this list. Outside of that, everyone else is pretty much fair game.
That makes it interesting. Did like LeBron's injury move him on y'all's list? I mean, it didn't for me, but
It did for me.
Man,
I didn't change it.
he was dropping
Off
as
of
it is. He was dropping as is.
So, like, I do have a question I wanted to ask y'all, right? I know Tatum's off this list, and I'm fine with that. Is it real that he's going to, like, come back from this injury? Because I've been hearing a lot of, like, I would say rumors about that.
Yeah, I think as long as I think it's gonna be split. Obviously, I think that Joe Mazzulla, Brad Stevens, anyone with anything to do in terms of like team building with the Celtics are going to be against it. But I think to appease Tatum, I think if he gets his doctors to give him the okay, I think we end up seeing him play this year. Yeah, I think he plays. If he can get cleared by March, I think he plays. Like
Okay.
if he could play in March and April, yeah. If it's a situation where he's only able to play in April, I don't think he plays. But I think if guys remember when PG broke his leg and he missed, I don't think he missed the whole season. Didn't he come back at like towards the tail end and play a few games? Or what did he miss the whole year and then the following year play to PG when Paul George broke his leg over the summer? He played in one of those years where he didn't play a full year.
I
but
think he did.
Played towards the end of a season just because he was cleared, he was ready to play, and he got a few games under his belt before their season ended. And then the following year played.
I think so, maybe.
Yeah, so I think something like that is on the table for Tatum. Whether or not I think it's the brightest thing to do, I don't know that it really matters. But yeah, I think that's in the cards.
If I'm Boston, if they're my doctors, let's get rid of this weirdo. I just
got rid of him.
Thank you. Very strange individuals that are on the internet. Hold
on, what did I miss? I had the chat closed.
It was a Giannis spam.
Hey, it's real. I love Giannis. I share with
right. I love Giannis.
But if I'm Boston with Tatum, if I'm the front office, I am giving my training staff raises to lie and say Tatum's not cleared. If Tatum has outside doctors and I'm the front office of the Celtics, I'm going to go find them and I'll pay them under the table to tell him that he's not cleared.
Aspiration.
We don't need Tatum to play this year. Like if I'm the Celtics, I'm good on that, bro. Like I get it. Tatum wants to play. And from what I've been hearing, like as far as his quick recovery, it's because like I think the surgeon that everybody goes to for the Achilles repair surgery is in New York. And also because he toured in New York, he didn't have a flight with the torn Achilles. So that
did it in like 24 hours.
Did it very quickly. He was already there. And so some things worked out in his favor, quote unquote, if that's a thing as far as the injury and the recovery. But even still, I'm just not playing Jason Tatum this year if I'm Boston. We don't have a team good enough to compete. Your front court is trash. Your center rotation in particular is god awful. And, you're recovering from a major injury. You've played a lot of basketball in these recent years. We've gone to deep playoff run after deep playoff run. You went to go play in the Olympics. Just sit down, bro. You good. You're good. Sit down a year, come back fresh, and we'll go from there. Brad Stevens is for sure going to make some moves in the offseason to compete again. There's no way he brings back this same exact roster and thinks they're going to compete. So he has a competent front office. Sit down, wait till next year to compete, bro.
Yeah. If you're asking me if I think he'll be back, I think there is a very real chance, but even if he does come back, he's not going to play more than 2 months of the season. I just think for the list, I think it's fair to just keep him off, and I'm okay with that. For me, I don't know how y'all feel about that, though.
Because even if
I think he should be off the list
in March, it's March.
Yeah, I think he should be off the list.
Yeah.
Okay, word. Yeah.
No point in us playing around with that.
2 months.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, all right, man. Who do we have as the best player in the league for 2026?
Is that a question?
Yeah, that guy in Denver that Real Talk forgot existed. I'm playing. But yeah, no, I gotta take Jokic.
Yeah, so clearly 15.
Oh boy. Don't use that word. That's the C word around here, Wes. We don't use that.
That is the C word. I also have Nikola Jokic for 2026.
I thought we banned the CU word, not the clear word.
I mean, I also have Jokic as well, so that's fair. Best player in the league, best team, best roster he's ever had. Absolutely.
Best team.
He trying to. I see what. That's why I like Real Talk.
Don't give the
politician, man.
Yet. Yeah. Best roster he's ever had. You can stand by that.
Facts. Derek, they're just as good as OKC now because they got Tim Hardaway Jr. and Bruce Brown. You can hear?
I haven't seen that a lot, man. I have, and that's just.
Thanks.
I mean, funny to me. If we're going off of what Jason Temp says, you all would agree on a few things, Where he put Shea in relation to Luka, where he has Shea in relation to I don't think it's close for Shea and Giannis. I mean, not Giannis, Shea and Jokic.
He positioned a lot of players well. His explanation for it may be off of a little bit, but I mean, he knows the sport. Which is
he's pretty stupid.
No, I mean, but he knows
he's pretty stupid. But
I haven't seen his list, so I have no idea how bad it is. I just know sometimes he makes very ballsy takes and has film that tries to back it up, but I haven't really. I would say take that in, but we all have Jokic up here. Even if Real Talk is slightly putting expectations on him, which is fair. I mean, he's the best player in the world, I guess. But now, who's at 2 for us now?
Shavante. I know you all aren't going to vote for him, no, so let's hear the Giannis prop.
Yeah, Giannis.
Gifted.
Derek, I think, is going to have Shea.
Derek voted Luka over Shea.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah, so I can't say Shea. Here's my built-in excuse. Real Talking West, you missed it. I said this a little bit earlier when Gifted was up here. That 1 through 4 for me are all in the same tier, despite what the tier list looks like right this second. I think all could potentially hurdle each other in a best case scenario for themselves this season and be the best player. So while I do have Giannis here in second place, there is a world where he is 4th for me at the end of this season if Shea, Luka, and Jokic have better years for themselves. And I think that's interchangeable for those 4. So I do have Giannis here at 2.
How are you qualifying better year?
It depends. I mean, obviously, injury tax, if that happens to any of them. Some level of team success, but also if Luka has a down year like last year, right? If Luka doesn't actually recover from and get back to that 23-24 status, then there's your tax. I think there's a world where Giannis slips a little bit defensively, which obviously his big claim to fame is two-way value on top of his awesome offense. So if that were to slip for me, that could drop him a little bit. And everything else is kind of the same. I think Shea, it's he's going to have a harder time because I just don't see the world where his stats go up, but I don't see a world where his season's so bad that he drops either. So that's why I feel like he's...
Yeah, that's why I asked that question. I think it doesn't matter to me,
him and Jokic, Shea and Jokic to me are the safest for how it could go this year. Giannis and Luka stand to potentially lose more just based on their situations and their expectations.
Fierce. Gifted.
Oh, brother, man. I'm gonna remain with what my gut is telling me, even if I might be wrong. I have Luka as my second best player here.
Oh.
I personally put a lot of stock into the beginning of this season. All this shit about he's overweight, he's not all this and all that. With LeBron missing, the impact of what Luka brings to basketball during this stretch has to be shown. I'm not saying it necessarily has to be win or bust, but he needs to perform at like MVP levels at the very beginning of the year, not in March, like at the very beginning if this team wants any chance. I still think it's very close between Luka and Shea. I think Shea is in a better overall situation, but for me, I'm leaning Luka at 2.
I mean, I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, I mean, so I think Giannis makes it because it's 2-1.
Is it too late for me to flip my vote?
Oh, buddy.
No, I'm going Giannis. I'm going Giannis for now. But I'm with Derek though. I think Luka's going to have a better season than everybody on here. So I think by next year's list he will be number 1. But for right now, I definitely will go with Giannis.
That's a tall order.
Oh my god!
That's a
Wait. So Giannis
order.
is making it at 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, Giannis is 2.
I had Giannis at 4.
I don't think that's crazy.
I had Luka at 5. Let y'all know what I think of everyone.
No, you know both, bro.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So let's.
Not projection. We can project him to be the best player in the world. We can project him to be the 5th.
Okay. So who's at? So I guess Luka's at 3 then. If Giannis is 2, because I have Luka 3rd. Gifted had Luka 2nd. I'm assuming Real Talk has Luka at 3.
I have 3rd.
So there. Okay. So there's the next 2 players.
I would rather put Luka at 4 than Shea though. If we're doing that.
No.
That's your vote.
What are you talking about? You just voted him too.
Not. You niggas stood on Luka being better in the point guard list. You niggas are standing on Luka being better and potentially like.
I think Giannis should be at 4 for me, but hey.
Yeah.
Made that too.
Neither here nor there. The Luka can't get penalized because you don't want to penalize Shea that much. You voted Luka, stand on that. Put Luka right at 3, and we'll take 4, and we'll see if anything changes. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Maybe we're forever in this nigga's shadow while accomplishing more year after year while actually surpassing the nigga. But maybe we just gotta, that shadow looms large. Especially
it's not a large shadow.
Look,
they're right there to me.
Wes, I know you're on your soapbox right now, but I do want to say for Shea, he's got the most to gain if Luka falls this year. Because, especially as it's looking right this second, the Lakers don't look like a championship favorite. Luka already has a ton of expectations coming into the season because of the whole weight thing. And, is he going to make LA his home? Is the torch actually being passed? There's a real world where Luka doesn't win MVP this year. There's a real world where the Lakers aren't very good. And... the same, and Shea is going to be basically probably in the same exact spot he was last year for MVP voting. So, and the Thunder could go right back. If that happens, then Luka's kind of in a terrible spot for the rest of his career compared to Shea.
Yeah, for anybody who argues off of, we win MVPs because our team is really good.
But rings, real talk, it's going to be...
we win rings because our team is really good.
But Shea
that's also
going to have accolades and rings.
That's exactly the argument that you all
people who are arguing
making. Oh my God, when we win another MVP and we go back to back because our team is really good, that means we're better than you. I guess, bro.
If it happens, it's going to be a tough argument for Luka.
I'm talking about the people who are arguing for Shea as it stands here and now. People are just saying, hey, he has less holes in his game. and he's a more consistent basketball player right now. The fact that he's on a better team for the way that people like to project seasons and project how well you played and what you were able to put together, yeah, that helps for what you're going to, for any arguments you're going to make and what's going to be on paper when we're going to win 65 plus games and the Lakers may crack 50, may. That helps. But in terms of why someone would put more stock into Shai as opposed to Luka, I think there are legitimate claims to their games and legitimate arguments as to, hey, these guys are both really, really great and they're more comparable in one area of their game and one facet of their game than they are in another. And I think that's kind of how people are making their argument. For those who are in, Shai's camp. For the people who are in Luka's camp, it's, hey, he was always better and he got fat. So whoop-de-doo. So it's cool. But Luka needs to be at 3.
But I want Luka people that are making arguments off of MVPs and winning when he's also winning MVP over a player that most of y'all believe he's not better than. So again,
there are a lot of
players. I'm not gonna rank Shai higher because he wins MVP this year. And that's not why I would move Shai up. It would have to involve his game improving in areas I think he needs to improve in. Not because OKC won another 68, 70 games because they're an amazing team. And Shai is already an amazing player, don't get me wrong. But if Jokic yet again outplays him and we see another season where there's another player better than him and he wins the MVP, please stop coming to me with MVP arguments.
Same for Luka though. It's not just an MVP argument because he also outplayed Luka last year. And outplayed him in a series where they faced off against each other.
Yeah, but then who cares about the?
So,
No, it's not. He outplayed him in a 6-game series, but Luka outplayed him in the 82-game sample.
I outplayed you in 2024, where everyone thought you were better than me. We got.
He wasn't healthy though in that series.
No, nobody. I'm sick of hearing that shit, bro.
That's true though.
Healthy. It's not true. He was healthy enough to play. He was healthy enough to play exceptionally well, and then he was. Unfortunately for everybody, he wasn't healthy.
I never thought he was healthy at any point during that stretch, though.
That's not. You is he was healthy enough to where he played exceptionally well. I'm not telling you that he was quote unquote healthy to the tune of 95 out of 100%. Okay, maybe the nigga was 90 out of 100. What I'm saying is he was healthy enough to play and play well. So I don't want to hear Shai outplayed him, but he wasn't healthy. That's bogus.
I don't think we look at that the same way. That's fine.
That's fine. I'm telling you how I look at it. When he played a team that he had a better matchup against, he bust their fucking ass. And when he played a team he didn't have as good of a matchup against, he didn't bust their ass the same way. And the nigga
and even though he bust their ass, I still said he wasn't healthy while doing it. That's fine.
The nigga who was standing across the court from him, who faced a very tough defense, a team that was walling off, had the bodies, had the size, had everything they wanted to deploy.
Yeah, he outplayed him in that series. I agree.
They did it, and he went out there and he bust their ass. Because he was good enough to do so. And that other nigga, he wasn't good enough to do so. That's what
he wasn't cooking Lu Dort.
It doesn't make him a better player than him. That's fine.
Absolutely, it wasn't.
It was because he was hurt. But then he went against the Timberwolves.
No, it's also because he's getting guarded by Lu Dort. That's also.
Then he went against the best.
I don't think it. I don't think it changes series to series if he's hurt or not. If he's hurt, he's hurt. Like I'm not doing that shit.
Best series of his career. I don't want to hear the hurt shit, bro.
By the way,
I'm sick of us doing that as a community.
for the other very disingenuous as argument that you Shai niggas make, we outplayed such and such in this head-to-head series. Hey, fuck faces. I would suggest that because y'all have arguably the greatest defense from here on moving forward for the next 2, 3, 4 years, it's actually going to be a disappointment if Shai doesn't outperform the opposing team's best player because they're not going against OKC.
Whatever works.
Going against OKC's
whatever
defense.
Works, my nigga. Whatever
no,
works.
It's not whatever works. It's a fact.
Whatever works.
That's a fact. That is
whatever
a fact.
Works.
he should outperform them because he's not going up against
whatever works. 2024,
Wallace,
2024 OKC
Jalen Williams,
2025
man,
OKC.
stop, bro. Y'all killing me with this.
No,
shit,
nigga, because you're lying. 2024
like
OKC
Shea is
defense
like
is
Shea
not
is
25.
going up against OKC.
It's not.
24
Stop.
OKC defense
Stop.
is not 25,
Stop.
and you know that.
I agree with that. I agree. Yeah. That's
So,
that's
man,
facts.
You can't.
That's
we
facts.
had more holes. We had more things you could take advantage of. Giddy was on the court closing fucking games.
Yeah.
That's why I
starting
didn't say
games.
24.
So
I said
stop
last year
with
moving
that goofy
forward.
shit. That shit is goofy.
I said
I'm not
last year
going for
moving
any of
forward.
that
I didn't
either.
say anything about 24.
I'm not going. But 24 is the year that niggas are referencing. So why the fuck would you talk about 25? We didn't play Luka in 25.
Because y'all still had a better defense
Who
than Dallas.
cares? We didn't play Luka in 25. Who
You
cares?
still had a better defense than Dallas.
That's not
in
the
24.
point.
That's true.
Niggas are talking
And
about
he's
24.
still going up against Lou Dort. And I'm not finna. What y'all want to do? What Shane
Yeah.
niggas want to do is minimize 24 to that 6-game sample. When, in my opinion, and I think majority of the basketball community would agree that Luka outplayed him in the 82-game sample size and had been better than him every year prior. So no, the 6 games isn't going to be like, oh my God, this is why Shay's better. Nor a year when Luka is hurt, playing hurt, switch teams, got trade. Man, stop. If,
All right,
if
bro.
Shane does it this
I'm
year,
fine with it.
and
I'm
Luka-
just
I'm not
I just
having
laid
you
out
like
what
y'all
it
are.
is. I just laid out what it is.
I don't know about
Hey,
you know what
Luka
I'm saying?
got fat,
Until
and this
then,
fat
no, sir.
fuck went out and got fat. This fat
This
nigga
shit
decided
crazy,
to go
dude.
get fat. This professional fucking basketball player
Niggas just got
decided
here.
to go get fat, and
Niggas
his
just
fat ass
got
got
here.
hurt as a result of being
Yup,
fat.
all
So
that.
now all of a sudden,
And
all
you
these
was-
other
and you
niggas
was-
got
and you
hurt.
was
Fuck
healthy
out of here,
getting
nigga.
clamped up by Scottie
Stop
Pippen
getting
Jr.
fat, nigga. Stop
You were
putting food in your
healthy
mouth.
getting
and
clamped
don't
up by
put
Getting
Andrew
fat
Ball.
is
What the fuck are we
You
talking
were
about? Go
healthy
put in some work,
getting
nigga.
boxed
Go
by
put in work,
Christian
nigga.
Brown
Go put in
for
work,
games.
nigga. Y'all
You
got all
healthy
this
doing
fucking
that.
energy
So
and
let's
all
not
these
do that.
excuses
You were healthy
for a
not being
professional
able to make
fucking
a
athlete
read
getting fat.
against zone.
I've never
You
seen
were
shit like
healthy,
that, my nigga.
couldn't pass
Oh,
out of health.
whoop-de-doo, this
You were
fat
healthy,
nigga got fat.
couldn't
What
get
the
All right,
fuck?
heads up. This isn't
were
going. This isn't
healthy.
going. This isn't going anywhere.
Go
This
bury
isn't
the
going
calories.
anywhere. So let's calm down. Let's calm it down.
Since Shay,
Let's- Real talk, they can't even hear.
it's all good
You were
energy.
healthy.
I'm not
Walking
talking.
up
Ain't none of this
street store.
directed at
You
real
were
talk.
healthy.
This directed at the fat nigga, the fat man. The fat man gets paid, right? We like to talk about
What
the
is
bald
going
head, the
on,
fat
bro?
man gets paid.
Your
So
team
let's
is really
direct
good.
this
You're a
energy at
really
the fat
good player.
nigga. If y'all that fat fuck, don't get fat again, so your fans don't have to keep doing the same.
All right, Galab, bro. This is MC versus MC right here. Bro. I'm
Don't get
not.
fat again, so your fans don't have to keep doing the lame shit, my nigga.
Congratulations.
Please don't get fat
Congratulations.
again, Luke.
Congratulations.
Don't get fat again, professional athlete.
Congratulations.
Nigga who gets paid
Congratulations.
millions to stay in shape
Congratulations.
to play ball.
Congratulations.
Don't get fat again, fat
Congratulations.
fuck. Come on.
Congratulations.
Let's stay skinny.
Okay.
Let's eat right.
Yeah,
Let's watch our calorie intake, fuck, nigga. Let's watch our calorie intake,
Congratulations.
fuck, nigga. On to the
All right,
next
all
one,
right,
man.
all right,
We
all
on-
right.
we
Let's
on the
calm it
five. I
down.
think we got
Let's
the
calm
first
it down.
four.
We got to move
I think we
on.
got the first four.
We do got the first 4, yeah. So I voted Luka at 2. I believe Real Talk had Giannis, right? You had Giannis, right?
Yep.
All right. And Derek also had Giannis?
Yeah.
All right, so Giannis makes it through. So Giannis is at number 2 on this list. Let me find Giannis real quick. Where do you, oh yeah, he's here. Okay, so Giannis is here at 2, and then I had Luka at 2, so he falls to 3 because Derek had him there, and then SGA falls to 4. So those are the top 4 players in basketball. I agree with Derek earlier. I really feel like a lot of these players are pretty much interchangeable, but that's the 4. I don't really think I can argue another player for the full year plus over them. I think that's valid. But then number 5 is going to round out this tier list of 2 through 5. So who do we have at number 5?
For me, I went Wemby. I went the guy in San Antonio. I actually had him at 4. I had Luka 5, but it's, so he will fall at 5 for me.
Okay. I didn't expect that. Okay.
Derek, who did you have at 5?
So I also had Wemby at 5. I had a really tough time with it, but I had a tougher time dropping him than I did putting him up there. So I went with Wemby.
I had Steph at 5.
Good God.
Yeah. I had Steph Curry at 5 on this list. I did. I don't think that should be like a crazy hot take.
No, it is though. It is.
Why is that a hot take?
And it should be. It should
Gifted,
be.
gifted. I need you to turn the
Wait a
chair
minute, are we saying
around
because
and
of,
show the
of
cape.
age?
Yes, he's 38.
And the trend of basketball, like, granted, his team got better. He has a co-star to rely upon, and maybe that changes things. But over the course of, the last 2-3 years, he has slumps within the season. And I think I can't project the same thing for Wemby's a health thing. If he stays healthy, I think Wemby outplays Steph. I don't think that's really in question.
I don't think it's crazy to have Steph here when he plays the games consistently now. Both years he's played 70 plus games, and then after they got Butler, his impact got even larger because they had another person to take advantage of what he does. I just think he's more equipped to have success with this roster, and I think that's going to translate for the full season. Plus, in the playoffs against the best defense in the Western Conference, he showed impact there. Like I'm not really understanding what.
When did he play the best defense in the Western Conference?
Oh no, my fault. OKC is the best. I'm talking about in the first round. I'm saying, yeah. So like I feel like
you're spewing so many lies back to back that you didn't even catch that.
These are not so many lies back to back. I said two things, right? I would believe the Rockets were number 2 in defense, correct?
Yeah.
So that's not. I know you fuck with me. Yeah. I think that Steph on this roster specifically is going to have more success. I think he's going to play on more games. And impact wise, I think his impact is of these players in the top 4. I can't put him higher because of games playing because he's 38, sure. But I think his impact scales to be a top 5 player still. I do believe that. If you're saying that's wild because of his age, I mean, that's your personal evaluation. But I think this roster fits him a lot better. And I think he's going to play like that and show that impact this year.
I mean,
Steph got taxed for me because there's a legitimate full month of combined, because it's a half a month and it's like 2/3 of a separate month where Steph is not playing like a top 10 player in the league.
Yeah.
Like I could almost make the case like he didn't play like a top 15 player during that particular stretch I'm talking about, or stretches. I look, Steph is closer to the bottom of 10 or being just outside 10 than he is 5. He does not have the capability to pull off these heroics at this age anymore. And the fact that he's had to do anything that he has done in the last 2 years speaks to the Warriors' issues more than Steph's greatness, to be honest. And I'm sorry, Jimmy, to Wes's point, like having Jimmy present, hopefully having a healthier team around is great. But what did the Warriors not address? Youth and athleticism moving forward. We spoke about it before. Like, you have the oldest starting lineup in NBA history. Yeah. And that mileage is going to tax every single one of those players. Jimmy is not known for putting forth his best effort in full regular seasons, let alone making the appearances. So the next best co-star might not be there to support Steph on a consistent basis. So I applaud Steph like crazy that he's been able to play 70 plus games. That doesn't mean he's going to get A+ Warriors for the 70 games he plays. And that's going to affect him.
Yeah.
Wait, so you're taxing Steph because you're saying that the roster is too old next to him?
I'm taxing
because
Steph
he's not playing at that level for 70 games.
He won't be able to perform at the level you're expecting in part because the team won't be able to do it. He also physically can't do it. I'm sorry, but he's not going to be able to perform at a top 5 level. Even if everyone plays 70 games the same for the Warriors, I don't think he could be a top 5 player.
Yeah, Wemby just has a clear better shot at performing like a top 5 player for the duration, for a greater percentage of the games he plays. Absolutely, because whether or not I agree, although it's not something that should really be debated, he's the best defender in the world. And then even though I think his floor and his ceiling are lower offensively, I think their floors are comparable, Like Steph's scoring floor is pretty comparable to Wemby at this point, based off of what we've seen the last 2 years. Actually, 3. I can go back 3 years of this nigga having a month of shit basketball from a scoring standpoint. I'm not saying as an offensive player as a whole, but from a scoring standpoint, I can give you at least a month in each one of the last 3 NBA seasons. That matters.
And then you can bring up his offensive impact despite the shot not falling at the same rate. That value is still there no matter what we're talking about.
No, sure, but it does. But it's not the same value.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Compared to Wemby, it's not.
Wait a minute, guys. Offensively,
it's not, guys. If you go
offensive, I'm not talking about defense. Offensively, it's not the same.
Talking about.
No,
if you go from scoring at 20, if you can go from scoring 25 plus points per game on plus, let's say 8, or maybe a little drag for him right now. Let's say plus 6. And you have a month of basketball where you are scoring closer to 20 to 22 points per game, and that efficiency in some of these fucking years isn't even positive. It's +1. That effectiveness and that value is not the same.
I don't agree.
Second, act like it's the same. It's not. And it shows in the record. You don't win the same amount of games. You don't win at the same rate when he plays like that. Facts. It's something that can be tracked, something that has been tracked. So I don't appreciate you sitting up here making it.
I mean, my thing is, if we're gonna go, wait. So I don't agree with this though, because Wemby's main flaw would be his lack of consistent offensive games. Even in the games that he played last year, Wemby also had a very rough offensive stretch, and more importantly, to take advantage of that really is dependent on his 3-point volume and that skyrocketing. Right before he got hurt, he was playing his best basketball, yes, but that was with his threes falling at an absurdly high rate. Offensively, he had a lot of things that defenses had built up on at the beginning. At the end, he figured out, and then he got hurt. To me, if I know that Steph is going to probably play more games and he has a structure around him that can benefit off of his advantage creation, that speaks to his impact as a player. That's why
adding that Curry plays more games. Let's remember.
Yes, I think Steph's going to play more games than Wemby.
Remember why Wemby sat out? It's not like he got hurt. He got a blood clot issue. It wasn't like he had some.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So, I can't even.
Wait, so how many games are you gonna play this year? Then
assume games played. I mean, how many games did he play?
I'm giving both of them 65. I'll say both of them meet the requirements to make All NBA. I'm telling you, Wes thinks Wemby has a better season. But I hope Steph. I actually hope Steph does it. I think it would be neat to see. I would love to witness Steph outplaying Wemby at 38. I think that would be amazing.
I feel like with him, and I'm high on what he can be, but I want to see more from Wemby in terms of the full season and how he deals with a playoff scheme consistently. I know that he's a very good player. He's going to have that floor raised, but I think there's real flaws in his game that aren't being highlighted as much because of his value defensively. And I think that really factors in for me. But
I mean, it's kind of like AD. AD, when he was at his best defensively, AD was clearly the best defender in the world. Whatever the last version of AD that was. You take that version of AD and you compare him to Steph, why would you not say to this version of Steph, why would you not say AD is better? That's kind of how I look at it, dude.
I guess that would be what? Is that 2020 AD?
You could say that.
I mean, if you go back that far, I guess I understand because it's the shooting. AD was a better offensive player. I'm saying you take any of the years post 22, if you take 22 or 23, if you take either of those years, and you think you can make a legitimate case that AD was the best defender in the world, I know offensively what he was, I know what his production was, and I know that even if you felt he had a more sound offensive game, Wemby will produce. Wemby's going to score around 24 to 25 a game. he's going to be plus efficiency. I think he'll have plus efficiency. I think most of us on the stage would agree. And despite all of his holes, that's a productive player. That is a clear offensive positive with the best defense in the world. I don't see how you get those two things and you end up worse than a version of Steph that is going to be elite for 30 games.
I think he has more games than 30 games this season where he'll be elite in. I firmly believe that. And it's not just how he played after Jimmy, because, again, like, it skyrocketed how efficient he was down the stretch. But it's the personnel in general having more spacing and guys to make plays with that. So that's why I feel the way I feel. But you guys feel different. That's fine. You guys all have him at 5 then?
No.
Okay. All right. So then who you have it?
I'm going to go Anthony Edwards. I've continued to get higher.
Oh, you have Ant at 5. Okay.
Yeah, I've gotten higher and higher on Ant. The more I've actually just sat and thought about it as far as regular season plus playoff value that he's provided throughout the years. I think he's playing like 70 plus games a year. And then in the playoffs, like, he's having these bad or mid Western Conference finals, which, fares. But if you also look at like the series leading up to the conference finals, I mean, most of the time he's amazing in those series. So for me, Wemby, I'm getting more concerned about his playoff game. Like, I think Wemby's probably gonna have a more impactful regular season than Anthony Edwards. But we'll just have to see the adjustments Wemby's made. But his game, I do think, can be prone to a good amount of playoff dropping. I think he can still struggle with some physicality. I don't like that he tries to handle the ball as much as he does, especially in tight spaces. He's still very heavy on three-point reliance. Now, we'll see if that changes this season. His shot diet definitely could change, and that would definitely switch up the conversation. But I don't know. I'm still iffy about him in a playoff setting, and I think that it's very much possible that Wemby plays this year, let's say San Antonio makes the playoffs or whatever, and then we see him drop in a playoff setting, and then more people are on this opinion than they are now. But I definitely see that happening.
Real talk. When did you come to this realization?
I just made this tweet like last night, actually.
Okay.
Oh,
because
okay.
I was gonna say, lest we forget, less than a month ago you had Wemby at 5 in your top 10 players.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So this really was a recent development.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, was Ant even the best player on his team versus the Lakers?
You know what?
So
Can we
Wemby
go
in at 5, and because we got it's a 2-1-1, and then we can move on to 6.
Ooh wee.
Wait a minute, am I tripping to say that though?
Yeah.
I don't even want to.
Did we not?
I don't want to entertain it, and I think it's disrespectful to Ant to entertain, especially after like we let you get the step shit off. Like, come on.
I don't think the Julius Randle thing is wrong for the playoffs as a whole. I think there's an argument for, I would say, the Lakers series.
And was the best player on the court in that series. Like, if you're gonna look at the numbers and stuff, like, yeah, I think.
And
we just
started. We just listened to you talk about value, dude. Like, no.
I think Ant's value.
Absolutely not. No.
Hang on. I think Ant's value for his team was stronger in the LA series versus the Warriors. I think Julius Randle has an argument, is what I'm trying to say. And I'm asking that.
LA though.
Yeah, in the first round.
Yeah,
I'm asking. I want to see what y'all. I want to see what y'all thought. Yes, I was asking that. I think in the first round, fine. In round 2, I thought that player was Randle. In round 3, it just wasn't really that great. If you're gonna have Wemby this high, why would you not have him over Ant? Is it just, I guess, maybe resume because he hasn't played yet? Like, I think they're kind of comparable. You
said, but I don't have Wemby over Ant though.
No. You have Ant over him, and it's because of you haven't seen it yet for you, right?
I do. No, I'm saying I think Wemby does have. He could very much
Okay.
be I don't want to say drastic, but like his level of play could fall a tier in a playoff setting. I do believe that.
Okay. And for you, that made you basically tax him in one spot.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's funny.
All right, so
I ranked Ant ahead of Wemby on our 25 under 25 list.
Yeah, I do remember that too.
Yeah. And
okay.
I have Wemby having a better season, though. But yeah, I understand where real talk is coming from, because I think right now, based off of what I've seen off of last season, respect to Wemby for the games he put together, respect for the season he was having. I think Ant was better last year, just by proxy of having more games, a bigger sample.
Yeah.
So I get anybody saying like, if they were on a wave of, hey, I don't know if I can trust Wemby to be on the court, etc. And just putting stock into the kid, man. And it's special. He's gotten better every year. I don't expect that to change.
Same. I'm also This is also assuming some growth in Anthony Edwards also.
Which isn't crazy to say because he gets better every year in some type of way. So that's fair.
Yeah.
But I think Wemby has won out though, so I don't know.
I believe Wemby went out the
Wemby at 5.
The poll. Okay. Yeah. Let me go back to the tier list and put him at 5 here. Is he?
While you look for that, I think we'll just use that as a segue for Ant at 6 because that's where I've got him.
As do I.
Yeah.
And is my next name. So.
Yeah, I'm just banking on Ant really putting a lot together. I think like the 3 ball is probably not going to be 10 threes a game at a 40% clip again, but if we sacrifice some percentage points and efficiency in the name of maybe a better mid-range game, just finishing around the basket,
accuracy,
understanding reads a little bit faster, which I think all is on the table. I feel like that is near a top 5-ish player, and I think 6 is totally in the cards for him. And I mean, like we said, he literally has gotten better every single year. I don't think it's crazy to assume he just gets a little more refined, and that gets him right here.
I'm with
you. Okay.
Sometimes accuracy is more important than true shooting. Like Ant's 3-point volume definitely improved his efficiency. But there are a few players in the league to me where like your field goal percentage may actually dead ass be more important than your true shooting, just because of your shot diet. And I don't even like, for me, 2 players like that I'm looking at this year are John Morant and De'Aaron Fox.
Okay.
Like, I don't need them shooting threes, but I need them to be hitting their 2s at a pretty good clip. So I am more so looking at their accuracy than their true shooting, because I know they're probably not like getting to the line at a very, very high clip. So Fox and John need to be around like 48, 49, 50% from the field.
How sustainable do you think Ant's numbers in terms of, I would say, 3-point shots when he is trying to pull up will be this year? Because last year it was ridiculous.
The volume may not stay the same. I think he can get back to he can be in the same ballpark in terms of efficiency. His overall volume, probably not. Because that's just a lot, dude. Shoot. And if he is, I would say his efficiency probably takes a hit. So, pick your poison. If that volume stays at 10, I doubt he'll shoot, right at 40%. But I think Ant's really good, dude. And I think that he's just – it's fair to have questions, but I think he's shown – especially like with his postseason play, his 3-ball always was rising. Like once he got past his first postseason against, losing to the Grizzlies, every year he's been in the postseason, he's had an uptick in shooting for the most part. And I just don't. I think he's a good shooter. I think the mid range is probably what suffers the most. Again, even though he's worked on it, I don't think he'll be like a good mid range shooter just because of the way he sets up his shots. I don't think he's balanced enough to get that shot off in that limited amount of space, as opposed to like the 3-point line having that much space to work with. So,
I mean, I would hammer down the efficiency. If that's a number you can bet on, I would absolutely take the under on the efficiency being the same. But I think it's because he's just going to focus more on intermediate and getting back to the cup. I think
I was going to say that
the 2 to 3 misses that's going to have that 2 to 3 more misses that are going to happen from those pull-ups or those threes are going to be because he's tired and getting to the cup more. And he's still going to have the on-ball reps. I don't think Dillingham or Conley are going to be true ones by any stretch. It's really going to be Ant making decisions first and foremost. And I think I'm betting he learned a lot from this past season. So I just think he's just improving in all the right important metrics like true superstar has to improve on. So he'll sacrifice some of the threes and the efficiency for it, but he's going to be a better overall player.
Mondon said the reason he was more efficient is due to the fact that inside the arc efficiency overall wasn't the best. He needed the 3-ball to become a more efficient player. I mean, his volume went up insane, so that's not wrong to say.
I think also though what needs to
be
said about his game too, though, another point, there's no reason why Anthony Edwards should be amongst league leaders as far as free throw attempts every year. Like there's absolutely no reason.
That's a fair point too.
He should be a 10 free throw a game guy.
I think in theory, yes, based off of who he is as a player, looking at his team in the court mapping, I understand why he's not, because it's just tough. And I think that's why it hasn't panned out to be that. And I think that is the biggest thing, even listening to Ant himself, like one of the biggest reasons they worked so hard on getting better, extending his range was understanding, okay, what I'm looking at when I'm on the court, what my team is, and what's not going to change. And Rudy's there. So that's not changing. That's
still a bit, to me, there's still a bit of a cop out for him because I just don't think he's good at the art of drawing fouls, like no matter who's under the paint with him. And if you go look, as strong and athletic as Anthony Edwards is, he's a lot of the time shying away from contact when he goes to the basket. He's not engaging in he's slow euroing somebody to kind of like get out the way, or he's trying to glide past somebody and
guys who are that big
he doesn't seek contact, so he doesn't seek the bump finish. Like he's avoiding contact to finish, and that adjustment could get him 2-3 more free throws.
Yeah, I see that, and that's an adjustment I would be interested in seeing him make. But guys who are built like him kind of have to avoid contact sometimes, because if they do not, they put themselves in harm's way in terms of picking up a foul, because they're not officiated the same way. And that's something like we've seen for forever. Like, and I mean, even with my favorite player, I know firsthand, guys who are bigger and have the physique, super athletic, super strong, they have to be very mindful of how they play sometimes, because just naturally they don't get a lot of the calls that they should. So he can't afford to go into a guy's body the same way like Harden can, because Harden was never beating people with, like, I won't say never, but especially, a lot of times his craftiness came with him playing slower. He was quick, but he didn't play balls to the wall. I'm trying to get from point A to point B in as quickly as possible. He wanted to get around guys and then try to work into guys. And he did that slowly. Ant doesn't play that way. He could benefit from doing it. But I think that kind of goes into it. But good combo around Ant, man. It's real.
Really, I think for me, the biggest areas I want to see him get better at this season is not just the mid-range area, but converting at the basket more effectively. In many of the games in the Warriors series, he couldn't really make layups, and like that kept happening. And then like in the fourth quarter, his 3-ball would come back, and then they'd win the game. If he gets better at those two areas, I think that's going to really rise just how far up he can rise. I really think it's those parts specifically for me.
Guards, Derek, I don't know. You still coaching and everything. Everybody needs to tell their guards when you go to the paint, no matter what level of ball, it is so much more efficient and better to play off 2 feet. You have so many more options playing off 2 feet. You're stronger off 2 feet. That's another problem of his too. He's a 1-footer sometimes in the paint, and it leaves him off balance, lunging, trying to make some fugazi ass layup that he's throwing up.
Very true.
Yeah.
One of the days it'll stick for players, but early on they do not care.
What if they only have 1 foot? Real talk. Probably should be playing the sport if that's the case.
I was gonna say they don't need 2 feet if they're made that far.
That's funny. But yeah, a lot of that comes from pacing. And that's why I was making my point about Harden. Harden understood pacing.
Yeah.
Like, so for Ant to do that around, like, pacing just has to be a lot better. Gotta be able to slow the game down when you get in crowded spaces. And if you're not doing that, you start to look for just different angles to get around people to finish, etc. And yeah, puts reps in a tough position. But hey, man, where are we at for? Where are we? 7?
We're moving on to number 7. The last thing here from Mondon, he said, do you guys think Ant and Wemby could be the same tier? I think there was clearly a tier of gap between Wemby and Ant. I don't really see the combos, to be frank.
I mean, if Wemby underperforms, sure. If Wemby's as good as he should be, or as people project him out to be, I won't say he should be, as good as people think he can be this year, I would probably say no. Just because it's the same thing with like Steph. That defensive value just if offensively I can be a positive and a clear positive, not just he's not Miles Turner out there. He's a good offensive player, and I can be the best defender in the world. It's really hard for me to be less than or on the same tier with guys who just pale in comparison, who aren't clearly better than me, who aren't better enough offensively to make it a combo. Like, that's why I like the Luka thing. When I put him above Luka, people were like, because Luka's so much better offensively. It's like I can, that can still land in his favor, as opposed to a guy like Ant. He's just not
all the way that much.
It's not lopsided enough for the rest of their games to not matter, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Well, who do we have at number 7? Had it flipped.
The guy I'm watching on TV right now, Kevin Durant, Mr. 0 for 4.
I had AD.
I got Steph.
This is where I think there is a tier distinction. I think players 1 through 4 standalone. I think 5 and 6, they're kind of ascending. I think this next group is and can be as good as 5 and 6, but they're obviously on the decline because I think the names here are older and are kind of aging out. And I had a really tough time with this because the player I picked I think I went with because he has the safest floor, and I could see a world where he's just going to look and be just look, but be super successful. But he's the player I think I like the least. So I'm really having a tough time not switching my pick just to support a player I don't, want to watch nearly as much. But I also had Anthony Davis at 7.
No ball, coach.
Man, oh
You
man.
both had Anthony Davis at 7.
Derek, no ball.
Yeah.
Boy.
Wow.
I think,
Wow.
AD might never get that DPOY, but I think his team is really going to shine, and it's going to get a lot of spotlight. And I think he's going to be the hub in a lot of ways. Now, like the biggest question mark for me, I mean, I'm not saying that's a top 5 offense or anything, but I think the biggest question mark for me is like, I think AD is going to get the touches. I think he's going to get the attention. I think he's a good enough passer now to like at least make it look like the other guys are good. It's like, can this offense survive without Kyrie? Enough. D'Lo is a fine passer. We know his weaknesses. And I think there's enough team passing that I think the Mavericks can survive the regular season for the most part. But AD has always needed and been most successful when he's had multiple good passers on the floor. And the Mavs might not have that right this second. So that's my biggest question mark. But I think everything else, like, this is AD's dream roster, I think, in a lot of respects.
I can understand the projection. I think I might be lower on that side of things, but I definitely can see the world for it. I think a lot of that, though, is based on Flag being a lot better to hold the floor next to AD, because so far in preseason, I know that's been a thing about how AD fits on this team, because he can't really shoot. And that's been like a growing problem for some time with him, and how that's going to stagnate the offense when they have multiple guys that can't shoot but can play defense is a question.
Yeah.
The AD can't shoot thing is interesting to me, because he can't shoot threes. I will definitely concede that.
That's what I'm talking about.
But I've also watched too many games. I think like his percentages, especially mid-range, can be skewed to a degree, because here's what AD will do. AD will maybe miss his first two or three middies, and then he's just not going to shoot them anymore. And he's going to end that game 0 for 3 for mid-range. And then the next game, when he hits the first 1 or 2, he'll shoot about 7 of them, make 4, and then it's like, oh shit, AD can hit a mid-range shot. Like, we shoot. So I don't think it's going to lead to any kind of, like Derek was saying, I don't think that he is not going to be a top, may not even be an above average offense that Dallas is messing with until Kyrie gets back. However, I do think that his volume numbers are going to be there. And again, I think he'll be able to be a very strong defensive presence on this team. And I really believe, honestly, as far as like Derek saying, the 5, 6, and then the 7 through 10 range, I think we all probably have the same 7 through 10, just depending on what order. But of the 7 through 10, I just think AD in a playoff setting is just going to clearly show he's better than the other 3. And I really don't have a reason not to believe that, because AD in the playoffs is AD in the playoffs, man.
I can't get with it.
That offense evaluate AD. I'm just not really.
If I'm of the belief that Steph will be in the playoffs, and that those are the games that they're playing for anyway. They're not playing for 82, they're playing for 16.
Yeah, AD is better than Steph in the playoffs.
Again, we're talking if I'm to believe these two this season, playoffs, I think I would come away or step away with, hey, I think Steph could play as good, if not better, than AD in the playoffs. Especially a version of AD that's not the same level of defender. Will he be that this year? Maybe. If he is, I'll side with real talk. if he's this lesser version of himself defensively, which is a far lesser version of himself. He's not just it's not the he got worse, but he's not like, when you go from being the best in the world to third best, like that's not the case for AD. He's much worse defensively compared to where he was.
Overhype how worse he is defensively.
In relative to the league, he's much worse.
I don't. That's what I'm saying.
Relative to the league.
And relative to him, whether or not you feel like that's relative to himself, fair. I'll even stand down on that. Relative to the league, though, he is much worse.
Where do you have him right now?
I was gonna say, can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, what does that mean?
I think Chet is better. I think Wemby is better. I think Mobley's better. I think Dre is better. I think Bam is a conversation. I would go Bam. That's 5 right there off the top of my head. And then I start considering. I think Rudy and AD based off of last year. I think Rudy's better.
I mean, Draymond was better than AD defensively last year.
I don't think that's.
I think that's fine, Wes. I'm not mad at any of those names, but like for me, unless you somehow come out with 4 more names and push AD out of the top 10, I'm not saying you are, but I'm saying if you did that, then it's then I'd be concerned.
I have him towards the back end of the top 10. If that's where you are compared to being comfortably top 3 year in, year out, and a lot of people having you at 1, relative to the league, you're much worse. Which was my statement. That's all I said.
I get that. I guess okay.
I just think for me, like I just don't think that Anthony Davis is going to be a more impactful player than Steph. I think I trust Steph to play more games. I think that the roster around Anthony Davis is obviously more defensive built. If you bring Kyrie back, I think there's a lot more things about their team that makes more sense. But at the end of the day, if I have to rely on him being like a hub to make plays in offense, I just don't really value that over a lot of other players we have on this list so far.
I mean, you couldn't value. I mean, that can't be the barrier when the one doesn't have a release valve as far as offensively. When Steph didn't have one, how trash he looked. So that can't be the barrier of, this is why Steph Curry's better. When you're now admitting that he had Butler on the team, and it's now
that actually would be the reason, though. Real talk.
Why? Why would that be the reason?
Because he has that now, and AD for at least.
So that makes you a better player,
bro. Yeah, for Gifted's evaluation, yeah. Because we're only dealing with what's in front of us. I don't think Gifted. I think the way you're approaching it and the way Gifted is approaching it may be different. But I think most of the time when we're approaching these lists, we're not just saying who we think is better at basketball. We're also saying who we think is going to have a better season. I think we typically fare on the side of who we think is going to outperform, as opposed to who we just think is better. Hence why LaMelo was so low on some of these lists, even though there are plenty of people who may say skill for skill, he's better than a lot of these other guys. But in terms of him realizing that on the court, it's a lot of guys who would take over him. And I think that's kind of the point of this.
I guess my retort to that would be, again, I just think the defensive drop-off thing is being like overstated, definitely to a degree. I just think Anthony Davis nowadays, which unfortunately JJ had him trying to do for a little bit, is you can't be asking AD to switch out as much as you used to. Like AD can't be just switching out to guards or these wings and whatnot consistently. But he's now, I think, in an environment to maximize his strength still, which is, I think if you keep AD near the basket, I think AD is still going to be one of the best rim protectors in the league. If you're able to have a scheme that minimizes his deficiencies as a defensive player and maximizes his steal strength, then I think you still get a lot of value out of AD as a defensive player. And then I've always just disagreed with the assessment of him as an offensive player compared to most. So that's fine. I can definitely say I'm on the high end on that. But I definitely think that you're still getting a fantastic defensive player, especially in this environment.
I think he'll be better defensively than he was last year. I thought last year there was a legit drop off for the majority of the year. I think this will probably be the better version of himself since maybe the year before last year for him. I just think I'm a lot lower on his availability than really a lot of the other guys in this top 10 period. That's why he dropped further on my list for me because of that.
Wow. I think he's made the list though because
yeah.
So
since you guys have him
at 7.
So Anthony Davis is going to be a top 7 player in 2025. Okay.
I mean, you're trying to do Steph. Like, I don't know how much better that is.
I also just like we can't. I know there's a level of upset, but again, we just said like 7 through 10 is the same caliber.
Oh no, for sure. I'm not gonna rage about it or nothing like that. But like I might like. I just think I did my list a little bit differently because I have another player over Anthony Davis, but that's kind of projection. So I don't know. We'll see how this goes here. So he's at 7. He's at 7, right? So that's 1, 2. Yeah. Okay.
He's at 7.
All right. Who got 8?
I'm still Durant.
I'm still KD.
Steph.
And I got KD as well.
I've massively switched my list since the last time I did it.
Wow.
I just did as Derek said, like a month ago.
Yeah, I was because I have gifted. I have real talks. He had Wemby 5, 86, Ant 7. Durant was 10 on your original list. It's a slight edge to KD here. I think he's got just a little bit more left in the tank for an All NBA season. And yeah, I don't know. I just it's neck and neck with Steph, but I think KD's just the situation is going to help him propel to a better season overall.
Is Steph's situation not a better fit for his play style than KD? Like I don't understand.
But it's not okay. Yes, I think slightly, but I think Steph is more pliable to bad stretches of games. The counter to, you could say, is KD's going to be less healthy, which is fair, but that's why they're in the same range. So, like, I think healthy KD can give me just a little more regular season value than Steph can. I think in the playoffs is where it's like, okay, if you really think like, Houston, the playoffs is going to be so nasty because they just don't have the guard play, that's fine. But I'm not weighing a playoff matchup dictate the list for me.
Coach, that is actually exactly why I shifted Kevin Durant over LeBron and Steph on my list. It's because I think that even now still, when LeBron and Steph play at their best, it's better than Kevin Durant. Mm-hmm. But Kevin Durant isn't giving me like these horrific stretches of basketball like Steph and LeBron are now. Like Steph,
but when you say horrific, like that, that's
no. There's no need to sugarcoat it. Steph Curry has very bad stretches of basketball, and I included LeBron as well. LeBron James before December is just trash now, and we just have to accept it. He's garbage. Now, when he ramps up and then he gets to a level, and then he starts doing the 33, 11, and 11, and 29, 8, 9, all of a sudden, yes, I believe that player is still better than Kevin Durant. However, Kevin Durant is just he is the closest to averages player I may have ever seen in my life. That whatever Kevin Durant averages for the year is dead ass Kevin Durant. 26, 7 and 5, or whatever he averages. That's Kevin Durant in a regular season setting, night after night after night after night after night. He's just going to do it. Whereas LeBron is going to have these stretches where he's like 21 points on boo-boo efficiency. And so it's Steph.
My nigga said boo boo efficiency.
I think Steph is still going to be a more impactful player than KD. I think KD is going to give you the counting stats. I think every year he's done that. He's consistently able to give you 25, 26, right? Like he can do that. But I still think the offensive value of what Steph is able to provide is going to overweigh that, especially when he's on a team that is more prone to be able to, help execute those advantages in the postseason. I think Houston is a team that a lot of people are confident are going to be a pretty competent team during the regular year, even without having Van Fleet. But in the postseason, how these things are going to look, we have a bit more questions on. I also just think that if Steph's going to play more games and at his best, he's going to play better than KD, and he has better people around him to help utilize that more, I would have Steph this year over KD.
Yeah, no, one thing that I'm really getting tired of, like the Steph Curry defense being like, oh my God, like, why are you saying Kevin Durant and LeBron are better? They have more help. And it's like, I don't think y'all understand, like, people that make that point is that KD and LeBron's production, even now to this day, when they have less help, they get better. That's not like when Kevin Durant is playing without Devin Booker in a regular season setting, he doesn't fall off a cliff. So then if he did, then that argument would be fair because it's like, oh my God, look what Kevin Durant does when he doesn't have offensive support. That's not the case, though. Y'all want to make this case that like, oh, Steph doesn't have this offensive support. That's why he's ass. But then when I see LeBron without AD, he's 35, 12, and 13. And it's like, yeah, that's not an excuse of being ass.
Okay, so we're gonna compare the stretches when they're playing without their stars that are there for the majority of the year, compared to Steph having Draymond and maybe Andrew Wiggins. Like, it's not even comparable in terms of the volume for the season. So I think that's a non-point. Okay, cool. In a couple games without Anthony Davis, LeBron gives me 35.
They would still just be amazing. Now, could you argue it's as impactful as it used to be or whatnot?
That's what I'm talking about.
Maybe, but they would not be falling off. Kevin Durant has not fallen off cliffs in regular season settings for years now. When his offensive support goes down, neither does LeBron.
I mean,
that's where we're split though. Gifted, it's just how you see Steph and his lows throughout a season. It's you just don't see them the same way. Even from an overall value standpoint, you still feel like, yo, he's valuable. Even when he's not scoring well, he's valuable. When this nigga goes out and he's 7 for 21, he still has more value on a night-to-night basis than a Durant. And what clearly a lot of other people are saying is, regardless of that value, one, they disagree with how valuable he is when he's not scoring well. But then on top of that, I still would rather have the guy who consistently can just go. A bad night for Durant being, 9 for 20 and scoring 25 points. And like not having lows, like that matters. I think we can't just summarily dismiss, hey, for a month to a month and a half of the season, for the past 3 years.
I mean, we can talk about lows, like, yeah, but I think the main stretch people are going to go to is post-year, the year before last. Last year, he played pretty well for the majority of the season, and then
that is
after
not
Butler,
that is not true. He had a smooth month where he was not good in terms of scoring value.
I'm talking about the total month's value. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay, no problem.
You keep going back to this value thing. I think that's something that I don't want to. It's your point, so fair. But I think that's the disconnect. Yo, when you're out there and your numbers are worse than Norman Powell, you're going to be docked. And that was a legitimate thing last year. Going into the All-Star break, from a scoring standpoint, Norman Powell was a better scorer through 40 games of the year, let's say 33 as opposed to 40. Through 33 fucking games, Norman Powell was scoring at a better rate than Stephen Curry. That's a fucking problem, Gifted. And you can't just dismiss it because, well, he was still valuable. The
Wes, wasn't there a game where Steph Curry didn't register a made field goal?
You said what?
Wasn't there a game last season, where Steph Curry did not register a made basket?
That did happen.
Yeah. Gifted. I think
I heard in that same game.
The value you keep talking about, like, bro, there are times
he has a one.
And he's trash.
Some of the game versus
he had games where he had 2 field goals. He had games where he had 1.
He has one.
I mean, but my thing is, we're emphasizing that. But then when I bring the point of postseason, when they get Jimmy Butler, the level he rose to exponentially, that's not getting any value. Like I'm sorry, I'm talking about the whole overall value portion. And I
thought we were just voting for 82 though. Like, if we're doing the little postseason shit for this season, I guess we're so far away. We typically
I'm just doing the year overall. Like, that's
82. And then if we want to, because I don't really want to project the postseason.
But the year overall,
we don't even know if these niggas gonna be.
But Wes, that's the thing. The year overall, I'm still taking KD for the year.
No, I'm taking you said KD, so I'm with you.
Yeah, no, Bob, that's my point. I'm saying, like, even if we add the postseason,
you're still doing that.
I'm still I think it's closer because I think you can definitely make the case Steph is more important for the playoffs. He can rise, like what have you. But even still, like 82 games plus, I'm gonna say 14 games total. I think it's not insane the Rockets and Warriors could have a relative 14 games of the postseason. It probably won't happen, but there's a chance. Like, including those 14 games, I don't think it's enough for me to not pick KD first. But again, it's the same tier of player. Steph is literally right after KD. But I am taking KD for the spot here. What is this?
No, that's fine. If I got outvoted, that's fine. I want to ask exactly why, and you said why, so that's okay.
By the way, in the last 429 games without Devin Booker, Kevin Durant averages 27.5, 7.
Wait a minute, how many games?
429.
You said 429?
This is his. I'm pretty sure this is his. Like, this is his.
Wait,
what?
Some of those came with
wait. That's not possible. 429 games?
Okay, you want me to? Okay, let me shorten the sample size. Then let me shorten the sample size.
429 without Devin Booker.
It's fine. Okay, since 2022, is that fair?
Sure.
Yeah, that's when he got to Phoenix, right?
Okay. He averages 37.6.
Okay.
Without
Devin Booker. So, like, I'm
just confused at, like, what those numbers, like, I don't. It's not a numbers thing for me. It is for y'all.
Not having good offensive help isn't a fair enough excuse for his play to drop off a cliff like that.
I just don't think we look at. Yeah.
Not if he's as good as you claim he is.
I just don't think we look at the value of it the same for what he's able to do offensively for his unit and his team, and how much worse they are when he's not on the floor in comparison to pretty much any star in the league. Like, it's still the same type of thing. That shifted slightly last year for like a little bit, but in terms of like a full 3-year span, that still is the same thing, but it's different. You know what I'm saying? If you value that higher 30, I can see why you would. I just don't, because it's the bigger picture. Like, I've seen him play for like a very, very long time with all these things, and there's stretches and things to extrapolate. But I thought specifically after how he played versus Houston, this wouldn't be much of a conversation playoff wise. But I mean, hey, that's fine.
After he did what?
How he played in the postseason this year versus Houston.
Yeah, y'all really gassing that too, but
we're gassing Houston now. Are we serious?
No, I'm saying how well he played, but it's fine.
Yeah, like Steph had 2 not great games.
Yeah,
in the Houston series.
He was just falling at those series.
Again, like, still
those 2 games were blowouts when they he didn't play one of those games. I agree, but
no, he played
overall. He played great.
He played all the games in Houston. What do you mean?
Game 6 we got blown out, right? No. I'm sorry. That was game 5. Game 5 we got blown out.
Yeah, and he played 23 minutes.
Yes, I'm saying game 5 we got blown out, and then what was game 2?
Game
I believe it was the next game, right?
Game 2 and game 4 is when he wasn't that great.
Okay, game 2 and game 4. Yeah, I'm saying for the series as a whole, like he performed well against a top 2 defense, and then specifically, I think for game 3, he was missing a player because Butler was hurt and he didn't play, and he rose his level to a high level again. Like, I just don't think it's that fair of a comparison, but that's okay. I don't want to make this too long. So,
yeah, man, shout out Steph.
He's right here.
Right.
Like I don't think it's, again, if we had him outside the 10, then I'd hear you, but he's right here at 8. At least you're gonna get another vote out of me. I don't know if real talking.
Yeah, not getting a vote out of me, but
tough.
He is in my top 10.
Here.
No. Well,
oh gosh, absolutely. I went with the guy who, he's on the list. I went Embiid. He should be better. He should.
I would have been able to have Embiid higher, but
we're expecting help. That's why he's on this list. And a healthy Joel Embiid really should be even higher. I docked him 4 games. I don't think he'll play, and it's really rich of me to, project more, Durant, I'll put him ahead of him because I think Durant's going to play. But I do. I think Durant is going to qualify, meet the 65-game requirement. And I think that he'll play well enough, too, to where I can make a case for his 65 over Joel's 50. But, yeah, I have Joel right here.
So Derek has Steph, or did you have someone else, Derek?
No, I mean, I had Steph at 8.
Okay.
So, yeah, the 2-1-1 situation. Shout out to Wes, man. Thanks for backing my guy.
This is one.
Yeah,
or
no,
two,
absolutely not. Embiid is definitely not getting in my top 10. Not until I see it, unfortunately. He was going to be in my honorable mentions, to be honest with you. Don't know what to expect from Joel Embiid. And then I don't know. Joel, he doesn't give me, like, I don't see optimism around Joel Embiid anymore. I just kind of see it's over.
I know why you feel that way. I mean, I can't, say you're wrong for feeling that way. But if I think he's going to play, like, I'm ballparking 50 games, which even that might be too high. I don't know. But I'm ballparking at least 50 games for him this year. I guess to round out the top 10, I'll tell you my player. I have Joel Embiid right here.
Wait, Steph made the list?
Yeah, because I voted Steph, so did Derek. You had LeBron, and Wes had
Embiid.
Yeah.
Oh, Wes, you gotta know.
No, I'm not.
Nah, we're not doing all that because we put Luka.
But also, like,
3.
no funny. Like, Steph is my next name. Bron is not in my 10, or is he?
No, that's.
No, Bron's not in my 10. So yeah, Bron he gotta. That's tough for Bron, but yeah, I'm not voting for the 40-year-old who's hurt coming into the season. I'm sorry. It just is what it is.
So then at the next spot here, which is 10. I have Joel Embiid. I think there's an argument he should be a lot higher on this list, but I also think it's very hard to know what he's going to do. This is my list, so me projecting who I think Joel Embiid is to be. I think in the limited games that he'll play this year, he's going to probably look very, very good. I've been reading a lot of things and reports, honestly, about Joel, and it sounds like gas, so I don't want to believe it, but they're saying he's in a better position than he was last year. I don't know what's real, Derek. Obviously, every day you're plugged in more than I am, but
Yeah. I mean, that's real. Like, I mean, again,
Okay.
the bar's in hell. It's under the ground comparing it to last year, but he is in a better spot than he was last season. I mean, Philadelphia is geeking right now over the idea that Embiid might actually be healthy for game 1 because there's the chance Nurse alluded to that Embiid might actually play the last preseason game. So,
Right, I heard that too.
Again, I don't think that's happening. But the fact that he's at least teasing it implies that there's a growing expectation he, like was said months ago, he will be ready for game 1 tip-off. So, I mean, that's exciting. I don't have Embiid in the top 10 solely for the fact I don't think he'll play the games enough comparatively.
Okay.
I mean, there's just so many reasons why Embiid is stuck in this situation, and it's unfortunate because raw ability, if everything actually went right for him, he could easily still be a top 5 player in the league. I firmly believe that he had like talent didn't disappear.
I don't want to guess. If he was that, he'd be top 3 just based on how he looked before he went out.
Yeah, I think he'd be right in the case.
What year?
I'm
year?
saying,
guys got better.
I'm talking about the year.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, sorry. So
got a little worse.
Yeah, I'm only saying like the year when like he was averaging, I think, more points than minutes. Yeah, that Joel Embiid is top 3 for me.
24.
Yeah. I just think that guy's gone.
The first time I ever.
That's fair to say. Yeah,
that's the only time I ever felt like he was better than Jokic.
I agree.
He was the best player in the league, hands down.
Yeah.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
That's what being better than Jokic is. I know there are some who don't understand, but that's what being better than Jokic is. But yeah, that's the only time I felt like he was actually better than Jokic. Too bad it was only for 40 games.
Yeah, I do agree. I think that player doesn't exist anymore, and I don't think we'll really.
Likewise.
We might get flashes in games,
Yeah,
and
that's
stuff
fair.
like that. But yeah, that's the problem. I can't, in good faith, say Embiid is going to be a top 10 player solely for the fact I don't think he'll play enough games for that.
I'm not mad at you for that.
And I think the chances of slumps are more likely. What you saw of anything from Embiid last season, I don't think is indicative at all. But the season before, there were a few games sprinkled in amongst the excellence of, a player who definitely still had flaws. And I think because he's losing some mobility, even with like weight loss and working so hard to try and like maintain his legs, it's just not going to be able to stay. So I don't know. Okay. I'm saying like, I think 55 games is totally in the cards, and that's kind of my expectation. But it's not enough for me to say 10, being in the top 10, when I expect the other guys to either play a little bit more or play at a relative level to what Embiid might be able to give me.
So then the question is, who do you and Real Talk have here? Because me and Wes both voted Joel Embiid.
Yeah, he had Bron, and yeah, I mean that was pretty much it. It was Bron that snuck in.
Oh, so it's tied. Okay.
Yeah, just because Bron is coming in hurt, which is totally fair, and that is a serious issue. Sciatica is not something that just vanishes overnight, and like that's the thing. If it's confirmed or like we get a couple weeks where it's like, oh, this is progressing slower than we thought, then I could change my opinion on that. I think that's a different story. But assuming that Bron's timeline is the same, I think he can still churn out more games than Embiid, sadly enough to say, but also at a relative level. Certainly the impact, I think, will be there. And, I mean, he's in a better situation because he's playing with a way better player than Embiid's got. Like, the situation, I don't think, is the same. So, yeah, it's tough. But I have Embiid sitting out, I feel like, as a favor to just, I don't know, objective viewing.
Is that how you really feel, though?
No, I mean, that is really how I feel. I can't predict. I can't predict Embiid's going to play the games. If it's an ability argument, it's a different story. Embiid would have soared up here. He definitely would have been in front of AD if it's an ability argument because he's still better. But I can't.
Yeah,
he's not in a better situation.
I'm really I understand because you explained. I just hard buying 55. If you think he can hit 55,
that's like best case.
I mean, okay, where are you falling?
No, I'm saying like 50, 55 is what I'm banking.
Okay, all yeah. Right. If that's where you are, I'm hard pressed to get behind, and 60 games of LeBron is going to be better than that. Because I think even though he's not going to be 24 Embiid, I don't think he somehow becomes, 18 Embiid or 19 Embiid. Like I think he's still a phenomenal basketball player. Will he be the top 4, top 3 player in the world that he was? Is he still up there with Giannis and Jokic and those heavyweights? No. I think though the next level for him.
Speaking, by the way.
You said what?
That was your subconscious speaking. But go ahead.
No, I said that on purpose. I said it on purpose.
Yeah, I know
you was gonna say that.
No,
I knew I was gonna say that.
That's just based off of what it was the last time we saw him on the court.
Yeah.
So yeah, do I think he'll still be there as that same behemoth? No, but at the same time, if he's playing 55. He's still going to be the best player on the Sixers. Not saying that means much, but I think he will still have tremendous value. And I think compared to LeBron as now the second best player on his team and being in a more complimentary role than I think we will have ever seen him in his career.
Sure.
I think it's just tough for me to be like, that version of LeBron is going to be better than Embiid. But I respect it.
I get the hesitation, Wes. I think the other thing maybe it's not fair to include, but I think it's just the reality because LeBron's position is so much more secure than Embiid's. I think that's another factor. I think there is a decent, not the strongest, but a decent likelihood the Sixers underperformed to such a degree that moving on from Embiid, the button gets pressed internally from the Sixers. And some people are going to be like,
okay.
Some people are going to be like, well, they should have pressed that already, which is like, fine and dandy, but it clearly hasn't been pressed yet. But I think if the season goes south enough, the move on from Joel is going to happen. And it's not a coincidence that Scott Layden just got hired by the Sixers. For those who are not familiar, he is a former GM, most notably of the New York Knicks when they traded Patrick Ewing. And it doesn't help that I've made those comparisons before in the past, but I just see the writing on the wall of they might look at VJ, who is a super exciting prospect, Tyrese Maxey, who is literally dubbed the franchise and is beloved by Philly internally and externally. I would not be shocked for them to say, okay, Embiid, you're going to be sat this year. We're going to tank one more time and actually try to.
Oh, that's what you mean.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Where like it's cooked, and Joel's time in Philly comes to an abrupt end. LeBron's season only ends on injury or his terms. He's not getting traded. He's not sitting out. It's literally up to LeBron to say when that stops. And Embiid, I don't think has that luxury.
Now that's an interesting vantage point. I hadn't considered that. So
I mean, how legal is it to sit him for the whole year, though?
I mean, but here's the thing, Gifted. If the report comes out, lower body injury for Joel Embiid, who is gonna say, the Sixers made that one up? When
that's fair.
I got to see Al Horford miss nearly 2 months of basketball in Oklahoma City because they put that man on vacation and they chalked that up to an ankle. Everyone's got ankle problems in the NBA.
I think if Embiid can play out of the first 25 games, 15, I think the Sixers are good.
Good enough,
especially in the Eastern Conference this year, though.
Yeah. That conference is not. I think we're looking at a conference with teams, especially again that. But I think this comes down to who I think he'll be when he's on the court, as opposed to maybe what you're kind of,
I hear you
balancing.
I get it. I'm not, like I said, it's a talent. I'm not denying the talent. I'm trusting my observations of this team. Embiid could come out and go right back to 30-10, but there's the world where the bench sucks tremendously. There's a world where VJ's inexperience sucks. There's a world where Maxey didn't make the leap that I think he could as like a decision maker, and Paul George sucks.
Derek, if Embiid is 30-10, then
you're not bad, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
I don't.
No, he's tripping.
You're
I don't.
Just not bad.
No, guys, like, and here's the thing. I know you're saying the East sucks, and it does suck, but like, East sucks still means.
But we suck. Yeah, it's what you basically say.
Yeah, but like, there's still 6 teams that are in
before. Like,
and we sucks.
No, not with the healthy Embiid. That's never been the case. That's
for sure.
He's
totally
played.
Agree.
He's been healthy and played on teams that, in terms, if you removed him, hey, talent, especially after you lost Harden. Hell, the year you lost Harden, everyone thought, hey, that roster's not good enough for them to compete. And then you went out and while he was on the court, you were on pace to win 60-plus games. And that's how he ended up winning MVP. Even though, there were people who legitimately felt Jokic was better. That year, in large, it had to do with what was happening while he was on the court. While he was fully healthy and, completely doing what he needed to do. How well you all were competing compared to the league and what people were expecting. So, I don't know, but we got to move. I know we have
I know we got to pivot. Shoot. I desperately want to just put it beat up here, but I guess we pull it. Oh, there we go. We pulled it up. Yeah.
Well, Brian won the poll, so
yeah, no surprise there.
So then at 11, I'm assuming Embiid is going to make it here too.
Oh man, year 45, still top 10. What can I say?
Real Talk wanted to get that out.
No. Real Talk. Real Talk doesn't get that because the Lakers are going to stink this year. And yeah, no. Well, so LeBron and Luka are going to be great, and the Lakers still suck.
That was good, Dre.
How good basketball is in 2025.
Yeah,
I mean, they've done that before.
How in the world
real
can Dre
money
do
that
this?
he's not a top 10 player this year.
Dre sniffed it out.
Wait. When LeBron and AD were comfortably both top 10, we were still in the play-in, Derek. That's 2-3 years ago.
One of those.
You can have 2 top 10 players in tough conference. Not a great team. Don't know what to say.
One of those players.
So
the duration. That's really what it is. LeBron's not a top 10 player for 80 games anymore. And due to that, I think the Lakers suffer for obvious reasons, or have suffered. I think this year, starting the year off hurt, like not playing basketball, and then also the ramp up, and also managing. We've seen as he ages, injuries don't go away. They're just managed. From the moment he gets hurt, he's managing injury for the rest of the year. That's not going to be a top 10 player this year.
That's kind of why I text LeBron. But we got to get through this 11 through 15. So I have Joel Embiid here. I know Wes does too. Who do y'all have in number 11?
Embiid was my 11th.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So then Joel makes it then.
Yeah, you were right there. Yeah. You just did give him top 10.
He doesn't give him top 10, Wes. Yeah, that's all. That's all.
Okay.
So the real talk, who did you have here?
Not Joel Embiid, but I mean, it doesn't matter.
You're setting up the next name, so.
Yeah.
Jalen Brunson.
Okay, me too. I got Brunson here.
Oh, wow. I absolutely do not. I have Kawhi.
I have Kawhi here too.
Get the fuck. Oh my.
I have Kawhi here too. And no, wait. So listen. I want to say this,
bro. I'm not doing that.
Listen. I want to say this right now. You cannot say get the fuck out of here for Kawhi if my same logic has Joel right here. I can't. I can't do that.
It can because Embiid's ceiling is higher than Kawhi's. Kawhi, by the way, is just as susceptible of having an injury as Joel that will follow him through the course of the regular season. And Kawhi is still aspiring to play the games because he still has a problem. Like, I'm sorry,
aspiring. I see that they're aspiring. Okay.
It didn't go away. I
respect it.
Nah, like Kawhi is a fine honorable mention. No, Brunson's better. Brunson's more impactful.
I'm honestly more confident Kawhi's going to play more games than Joel. I just think Joel's ceiling is higher, so I have him higher. That's really the only difference for me. I don't know about
why are you comfortable with that? Why are you so comfortable that Kawhi Leonard's going to play more games than Joel Embiid? Why?
He's on a better roster with better players. And it is kind of an important season for the contract. It is.
That stopped him before.
When he wanted that extension, that's the year we got the 68 games.
And in fairness, though, he was healthy from the moment he stepped on the court last year. There were some growing pains with getting back in basketball shape and extending his minutes. But he played. And I think to get through the playoff series, granted, the writing could be on the wall. Like Kawhi,
very much could be.
Not played more than I think 60 games consecutively before getting hurt. So maybe that's the thing. But he did. He actually that's a lot. 2 years ago, he played 65.
Yeah, I just said that's when he needed the extension. He played 68 games.
And guess what, real talk, he needs it again. He needs it again.
That's why I asked, is it a contract?
Right.
He play the games then.
Yeah, so let's see here, right? Contract year, aspiration allegations, a better team, and more importantly, he's healthy to start the year. I think all of those things in mind are why I think he's similar to where Joel is. For me, because I feel like Joel Embiid's health is arguably worse off than Kawhi's.
Not even.
I agree. I didn't have. I had neither one of these niggas on the list.
I respect that.
I think he's definitely at this point. I think Joel's his body is in worse shape than Kawhi's. Yeah. I think. To be honest, bro, I think Kawhi could have played more games last year, and I think that's why I hold this opinion, this belief. Fair, but
Derek, I get it, bro.
It kind of go. I'm projecting, so I'm going off of last year. I think they held him out of games that he could have played in just to err on the side of caution. And with that being the case, I'm looking at a guy and I'm saying, hey, for what it's worth. Yes, he's going to get hurt at some point. We expect it. But this is a guy who, for the last 2 years, has shown the ability to, hey, until I get hurt, I'm reliable. And he's healthy to start the season. And, unless you think
if he wasn't healthy,
games,
bro, if he wasn't healthy to start the year and it wasn't a contract year, I wouldn't be making this argument. But both of those things are what they are right now. So I'm going to make that argument. But who y'all got?
Brunson. We both got Brunson.
Yeah, I got Brunson.
All right, so we got to pull this shit up then. Which, by the way, he's right after this for me. So, hang on.
Yeah, Brunson was after
2025, man.
My list was my same names, completely different order.
Yeah, my list is different too.
Kawhi better than Brunson in the playoffs?
You said what?
Was Kawhi better than Brunson in the playoffs?
What series?
Smaller sample. He only played one series.
I'm just asking. Was he better than?
It doesn't matter.
I think it was very close. Very close. If someone gives the edge to Brunson for playing, he did play more games. He played more games. He took down the defending champs, but I don't think Brunson was the Brunson he had been made out to be in previous year. Like that Brunson, he existed in spurts, but it wasn't he was.
Kawhi gave you that one elite game, but then
existed in spurts.
That's why I'm saying
existed in spurts is Kawhi Leonard the last 5 years.
But that is the point to what I'm saying. I think it's not definitive for either guy because they were a lot closer to each other. I think they were, but again, that's why I said if you give it to him for playing more games. I understand because he played more games.
But Wes, my overarching
level of
point
play,
though,
watch.
my overarching point though is that if Jalen Brunson, we already know, is going to provide way more regular season value than Kawhi Leonard. The whole Kawhi thing is we get to the playoffs and he's like top 5 in the league again in the playoffs. That's not even the selling point anymore. Now he's in.
So fast?
Now he's in. Is he better than Jalen Brunson convos in the playoffs? Which, yeah, Jalen Brunson's a really good player, but it's like if we're not even clearing Jalen Brunson in the playoffs anymore, and we're not going to play more than 50 games in the regular season, probably. I don't see how he's better.
I mean, I'm just taking your words from you. You said the better basketball player is the guy who's actually better at basketball, and that's Kawhi. So
I want to point something out real quick. In my opinion, and again, we don't got to spend here too long because obviously Brunson won a post, so he'll take the place. That's fine for me. The one thing I would tell you, though, real talk, is to me, I just think this roster for the Clippers is going to be a better top to bottom roster. So when in the playoffs, I think there's going to be different looks than they had last year. I also think that if we're comparing the teams they had to play, if it's Denver versus Detroit, who else did the Knicks play? It was Detroit. It was Boston, right? Yeah.
Boston.
Yeah.
Boston.
Yeah. I would say Denver's probably better comp than both of them. I don't know if I would say Denver's better comp than Boston. Am I saying that? That's. I mean,
they were.
How they listen. How they played this year in the playoffs? Yes.
And yes. At some point, Boston won a championship. Shout out, but yeah, Tatum wasn't playing that well. Brown wasn't playing that well. White, all of their players. KP was nothing.
He was literally nothing.
That was a completely different team. So.
I mean, he's still going up against better defensive personnel. I
Brunson?
also think Brunson performed well in that Detroit series as well, who was another good defensive team and had Asar Thompson.
Yeah. Max Muncy, Dinger, crazy.
Tough one. All right. Well, listen, it's fine. Anyway, Brunson won the poll. I would argue for Kawhi next, obviously, because I already had Kawhi over Brunson.
You're a baseball guy.
He is.
Yeah.
My next name is Donovan Mitchell.
Okay. I think that could be debatable. I'm not mad at you saying Donovan Mitchell.
I feel bad because he didn't make my top 10. I
thought you was going to say he didn't make your top 15.
He didn't make my top 15. That's what I meant.
Oh.
I left D. Mitch off. Projection.
I think Mitchell's going to probably look better than he did last year.
That means he has Mobley top 15.
No. Another guy you don't like.
No, I like Mobley. I just don't think he's better than
a guy you don't like.
I'm terrified.
I actually had D Book right here.
Okay.
13.
All right, so Derek had Donovan, you had Booker, which means Kawhi makes it.
Come on, come on, real talk. Just take D Mitch.
Oh,
too late for that.
Doing that.
Too late.
No. It's not too late.
We're not letting him switch.
Bro.
No, he gets.
Yeah, that's it. Wait, no. I'm waiting. No. Stop. No. You know what? No. Stop this shit. Because when I was arguing, because I had Giannis at 4. Y'all said, nah, we gotta keep looking through. Okay, if we gonna do that, let's keep the same energy at the bottom of the list too.
It's fine. Whatever.
Yeah.
On the list. Mr. Not gonna play is on the list. Got it.
Yeah,
okay.
Your fault, real talk.
He needs more money trees, real talk. You're not woke enough, bro. He needs more money trees.
I know who Wes is gonna have top 15. Got the New Orleans.
Wait, so at 14, who y'all got?
Zion. I will take it. It is
Z's.
Zion. Big Z, man. Big Z's, man. Throw your Z's up, man. I got
Throw
Zion.
your Z's up.
I got the real the real Jenny Craig guy, man. Not that nigga in LA, man. We got the real Jenny Craig.
Oh, right. Because he's proven it.
For sure.
Oh, man.
All right, Derek, who you got?
Well, I have D Mitch, so D Mitch is the guy. Because
wait a minute. Am I the tiebreaker between all three of y'all?
Who do I have?
You had D Book.
Oh, I had D Book. Yeah.
I'm the tiebreaker.
all right,
I have Zion. I have Zion too. Let's go. I got Zion, baby.
Real talk.
I got Zion, baby. Let's go. Put them Z's up, man. Put them Z's
I'm
up,
sick.
bro.
I want to get every point.
Big projection, man.
Wrote I had that agreed with Real Talks. Let's revoke. Dude took Book for no reason. You haven't taken Booker in 4 years over D Mitch, but
that's funny as hell. That's funny as shit. That's facts.
Jalen Green stimmy is now moving Real Talk.
The Jalen Green stimmy. Oh man, I didn't even think about that.
D Book finna have a great year, in my opinion.
I mean, that's very possible though. Yeah,
it is. But look what we lost because of it.
Yeah, we have foolishness now going on the list, but
hey, but it's my age really, really well. For all we know.
My next take, man, I've never
just like Zion's dating life. Yeah.
Oh wow.
I mean, that's cool. He learned from that.
I've never been
Did he?
I've never been the highest on this guy. But when I sat down to do my list, I looked up and his name was a name I just couldn't deny. And that's Circade out in Detroit.
Wowzers.
Circade out in Detroit, man.
Wowzers.
Circade. He got knighted already. Okay.
Wowzers.
It's not a bad name. I like it, but damn. He's better than Donovan?
It's projection. I think he has a better year, though. I think he has a better year than Donovan. And this is where this is coming from. It's just, I don't think Donovan has a top 15 year this year. Not that I don't think he's a top 15 player.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
Yeah, I get it. Cade's really right below Donovan. That's why. But
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so just everybody up here don't think D Mitch is gonna be. I mean, not D Mitch. D Book gonna be okay.
Oh that's
D Book is 15th. Real talk. He's below those two. It goes.
Oh, you didn't have Kawhi and yeah.
Wait a minute, you got Booker right? Wait,
Actually,
no.
15 is just I didn't plan on having these Mr. I get paid extra and I eat extra right next to each other, but it's fine though. You feel me?
Wait, so
that's funny.
No.
I thought Derek had Donovan Mitchell.
No, I do.
And I thought Real Talk had Booker. Oh,
yeah.
Right.
No,
okay.
I was saying to Real
like
Talk.
That.
My list went after Brunson. It was D Mitch, Cade, and Book.
Right.
In that order. I still have.
Damn. So that means I'm the tiebreaker back to back. I got K, baby. Run that shit up this year, man. I got K. I got K to 15 too.
Did this for the last 3 picks.
Throw your C's up, man. We went Z.
I'm a K fan, so I'm not even like.
I think he gonna have a monster year this year.
That's fine. I'm
not mad. I do.
I am mad at I get paid in trees and I get paid in po' boys is ahead of Cade at this point, but okay.
Hey, well, the trees gonna plant food, bro. Stay woke, you know what I'm saying? We gonna get them veggies up real quick. Let me get Cade's headshot on here because they disrespecting. I don't see him on here.
Damn,
you had Jared Allen's headshot before.
Yeah, no. I didn't make this shit up. I actually looked this one up.
CJ McCollum is there.
Yeah, CJ McCollum is there, bro. Like, I don't know why. Yes, it is, bro. Christian Wood not even in the fucking league no more. Yeah. Ooh-wee, boy. Okay. Let me add his headshot right
Jimmy
here. Jimmy Butler.
There are
dreads.
real
Crazy.
people in the world that respect him. That's crazy.
that is insane. All right. So that's our top 15. We have Jokic at 1, Giannis at 2, Luka at 3, Shea at 4, Wemby at 5. That's the top 5. And then it goes into Anthony Edwards, Anthony Davis, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, and LeBron to round out the top 10. And then 11 through 15, we have Joel Embiid, Jalen Brunson, Aspiration Kawhi, and Motivation Zion, with Cade at the 15th spot.
All right.
No, man. I'm not
It's
mad.
funny.
At
Every name I put on my list made it, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah. I can say the same. Honestly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Them judgy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, by the way, I wanted to add to this. I think in season we need to monitor where the season is stacking up with this list. So like I was wondering if like maybe twice a month we see where players are, or maybe just once a month. I don't know how y'all want to do it.
I agree. I like that.
Yeah, I would do like once.
Tracking it. Yeah.
I definitely want to
Okay.
track it, but I don't want to like if LeBron's gonna miss the first month, so like that's gonna be kind of rough for him. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the end of every month, track and see what, because we have our splits.
Yeah.
So I would just, as soon as I wouldn't do it for the month of October, but
yeah,
as soon as November is over, track the splits from October.
It's a great comeback, real
November,
talk.
and then when December is over, like so forth.
I'm with it.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
Cool. I'm with that for sure. So then we have time right here before we get off for the Laker game and the Warrior game. Who's honorable mentions? I'm assuming Mitchell and Booker are locks for this.
You
shit.
assume right on Mitchell. You definitely assume right on Mitchell. I
Okay.
ain't mad at the D-Book stuff though. Like if I don't think it's a crazy take or anything. He didn't make my honorable mentions though.
Alrighty.
so I guess D Mitch
Where do you
is
have Devin
confirmed.
Booker ranked in the league?
D-Book is like 20th on my list. So
I don't think he's
it's
in this list.
It's no disrespect to him. He actually might be like 19th as opposed to 20th.
D Mitch is
so it's
there,
no
gifted.
disrespect.
He's next to Cat and Bam.
Oh, Cat. Oh, right here. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So then,
D Mitch is definitely there. Okay, Derek, for you is Devin Booker here? Like where? Are you?
Yeah, Booker was after.
He was in his
Cade,
15.
so
Yeah, he was in
Booker
his
should
15.
make it. For agenda purposes, I almost want to push him to get two of my guys in, but for the sake of it, like
I know one of them that you want to push. I know one.
You should know both of them.
I mean, Booker's gonna make it. Booker's
Yeah,
gonna make
that
it.
P5 stuff
Yeah.
ain't happening. So stop it.
You're not. Look at
I
Derek.
mean, actually, if y'all don't agree and we agree, actually, we can pull a y'all. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair.
20 minutes.
Mine this year was D Mitch, JB, and J-Dub. Those were my
I definitely had J-Dub honorable mention. Yeah.
JB, who's JB?
Jalen Brown.
Jalen Brown.
Brunson made the list.
Jalen Brown.
only one
better
JB.
than Devin Booker.
That's my honorable mention. I'm not mad at D Book being ahead of him.
No, I'm just asking you the question.
Wait, who do you have first though? Because I have Jalen Williams as my go-to.
Oh, my list went D Mitch, JB, J-Dub. But I mean, I don't really rank them for real. I just put.
Oh, okay.
But it that's how they're listed. Yeah. Now I ranked out to 20, and D Book was 19 on my list.
Okay.
And, Mobley was high.
I mean, shout out to Mobs. That's cool.
Okay, so then for this final spot on the honorable mention, who are we putting in?
I mean,
I think J-Dub is a worthy vote unless they go elsewhere.
he is.
If
a
they
worthy
go
vote.
Paulo, it's fine.
I'm going Jalen Williams, me personally.
Yeah.
I know that hurt Derek because he liked Jalen Williams.
Derek, I'm not gonna lie. I too have J-Dub. I
That's
think
fine.
J-Dub.
I do too.
Oh,
Yeah, I think J-Dub is better.
No, no.
You know,
Let me
yeah.
let it get it straight. Paulo
Let me dig, man.
Paulo is on the list, but
Oh, that's
J-Dub
interesting.
is right below him, and so it's like I can't be mad at J-Dub. Unfortunately, you have two players that weren't there for me.
Yeah,
so
they're
that
just
this
screwed up the list.
Yeah,
But
I don't understand how Kawhi,
Cade ain't the problem.
Yeah, I understood. Like, I corrected.
They hate a black man getting money, man. It's crazy.
Kawhi being lower than
crazy, bro.
P5,
Right.
like,
Crazy as hell, man.
I will really be
Definitely
shocked
that.
if Paolo's a better player than Kawhi this year, though. Like, I really will be shocked. I will be taken aback by that, and I think
if Paolo's a better player, listen, I'm gonna say what Wes don't want to say. If Paolo is a better player than Kawhi didn't play a single game this season, bro. I'm gonna just say that.
Oh wow!
I'm not. He ain't play a single game if he better than bro.
Kawhi had one whole month of 26. Sure.
I'm with Gifted. If that happens, that means Kawhi got hurt. Like
he for sure got hurt.
Yeah.
Now, granted, I could be wrong as hell, and I will listen. I will own up to that. I have no issue. We got to see how a lot of this list ages. I think overall, it's a hard list to do, but hey, some of these are gonna age very, very well. I want to say Franz can maybe be on here. You know what I'm saying? LaMelo Ball might be on here. You know what I'm saying?
And the video.
And that's my cue. That is my cue, fellas.
Yeah.
LaMelo, let's stay healthy this year. LaMelo, let's have a healthy season.
See, look, okay.
Let's have a healthy season, LaMelo.
Absolutely not.
No, listen, that is absolutely cute. I'm only saying what maybe could potentially. That's all.
You know what also maybe could potentially happen? Russell Westbrook
what's that,
turn back the clock and be 2017.
No, that's not nearly the same.
I thought you were gonna say he'd be on the roster.
Yeah, that's what
I thought I was gonna say he'd be on the roster. Yeah, that could.
He didn't get a job.
Whether or not he does it in the NBA or the Chinese basketball.
Oh shit! He went to overseas. Yo, I'm sorry. Russell Westbrook winded back the clock and going though is a crazy idea, man.
Level of play, man.
He just talking level of play.
Shanghai maybe calling, man.
Oh man,
he's not in the league though. Honestly,
it really is though. Like, bro,
he should be in the NBA.
Yeah, blame Jokic. Facts.
No. So like I heard that apparently the reason why he didn't opt in is because Denver was just not going to play him, and I'm like, did it really get that bad in Denver where like they just weren't going to play him for the whole year? Like that sounds like bullshit to me.
I believe it. I think what happened. Go ahead, real talk.
No, I said they honestly think Bruce Brown's going to be that much better than Russell Westbrook.
Well, I don't think it wasn't even about that because that decision came down before they had even signed Bruce. I think what it really came down to look, they had guys who were ready to move in a direction away from Russ during the season, even while they had him. I think them bringing in Russ was more so a favor to Jokic as opposed to what the organization wanted to get behind as a whole. And I think that though he had his highs, he had his lows, I think they were ready to move on. And I just think that, when these franchises are committed, like, we want to play a certain style. We want guys on the court who we feel will be guarded to some degree. And regardless of what the returns are, when he plays well, we don't want that guy on our team. We don't want to have to put him on the court. And I think actually it becomes that. I think teams would take him on their roster if he were in his Jared Dudley phase. He wants to play basketball. And I think that's where organizations are like, we don't want that the court mapping with him on our roster. If he has to take the court, we're cool on it. I think you're seeing it more and more as the days go by, and though it is bullshit, I must say it is bullshit. I think it's a lot of groupthink and it's bullshit. It's not rooted in anything that tells me capability nor ability. Like Russ is still a fine role player in this league. Guys are going, fall on the sword of what they believe in and the style of basketball that they want to play. And he affects that, So
I just find it funny because it's like if they still had Russ, I'm like, wow, like they got a good backup guard because like at this point I think the variance of what he did in the playoffs is like I don't think they have a player who can do that off their bench this year.
Bruce Brown can win them a series Bruce
Yeah,
Brown's
I
contribution
don't know about
can't
that.
be the difference between a win and a loss for them. I
Yeah.
firmly believe that, and that's not even my Russ fandom, like no homerism. It's just like, y'all don't think Bruce Brown is that level of player. I think Russ, we gotta be real. Russ for 30 games of the year was like a top 4 player on their roster. That's crazy value to get for $3 million and then to say, be gone. But hey, be gone.
All right. Well, this is our list here. Our next list, we will come back with y'all with a time, but it should be sometime. I think the 18th. We said.
Yeah, 18th and 20th. Hopefully we. I caught the flu, guys, so I must apologize to the people who were here. It was me. I caught the flu, so we were supposed to record sooner than this, and we could not. So hopefully I can stay healthy.
Yeah, but we'll catch y'all then. I know we got to bounce out. Good games on. Tap in with Real Talk and Go Blooded. We are going to be watching some games. Shout out to everyone. I'm going to post this link out, and I'll catch y'all.